Uno, dos, tres, we are live. What is up, anybody and everybody? If somebody's in here,
I just
I'm
posted
actually
it
waiting.
up.
I was saying I thought Tommy was going on, and I kept refreshing the page. I was like, let me shoot him a
Yeah.
message, and he was like, nope, not going on. Go ahead. And I was like, thank you, Master. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the chat. I know my lives have been a little random, but for the most part, it's really nice to see, even with my randomness and shenaniganness, that people still jump on regardless of the time, because that does make a huge difference. And I know I'm still growing. So is A.R. Edwards. I got his link in the description, and really good guy. I like his vibe. Maybe because he's from Texas and I'm biased that way, like pick sides easily. Are
And
you are you originally from Texas?
yeah, originally born and raised. Hmm.
I grew up about an hour and a half south of San Antonio.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you ever hear of Poteet, Texas?
yeah.
Strawberry Festival? Yeah, so that's more known than what my town is, Charlotte. But we're planning on going there in April for the Poteet Strawberry Festival.
Oh
What's up,
yeah.
Paul?
Nice.
What's up, Paul? Thanks for coming in.
What up, Paul? Let me flip my comments over. Yeah, the strawberry festival.
What's up, Mike?
That's a thing down here, man.
Yeah, it's huge. It's like 3 or 4 day event with the Hano artists, and then can't go wrong with Mexican food, especially with the strawberry theme, and then country singers.
Yeah,
Like it's amazing.
yeah. No, it definitely is. Um, I like to. I haven't. I've only been one time. I've Yeah, one time when I was probably about 13, I went down there. Check it out.
13? What are you
13.
like 18 now? You gotta get to it, man.
It's been a long time for me, Sonny.
You gotta
Long
go, man.
time
It's
coming
really
for me, man.
nice.
No, I know. Yeah, I hear a lot of. I think, but with the COVID thing, that they had to alter it. You know what I mean? It wasn't like the festival
Yeah, that's
festival.
what I heard the recent one, but then the one when COVID was actually shut everything down. It was kind of sad because I have some close friends that are actually involved in the strawberries, like the actual strawberries.
Yeah,
And that's the whole base of it. The whole theme of the strawberries is actual real strawberries. It's not just a big old their water tower, painted like a strawberry festival. And instead of just saying that they couldn't do anything with the strawberries, they actually did a lot of announcements on Facebook saying, "Hey, come get these strawberries. They're free because we don't want to let them go and just sit and rot." So fresh
mm,
strawberries, man.
yeah. No, man. If you're a fan of strawberries, that is definitely the destination to go to. That's no lie.
I
Um,
got I got lit on some
that's
strawberry wine.
Yeah.
So good, so good.
Oh, wow, strawberry wine, huh?
Eh, Yeah, I think
That's
Dina
neat.
Carter sang that song. Krillin, is that you?
We got Krillin in the building. What's going on, Krillin?
¿Qué ondas? What's up, fam bam? Appreciate y'all being here. ¿Qué ondas? You speak Spanish? Yeah.
Poquito.
Oh, dude, Krillin would tear you up.
Oh yeah.
Can't
I was
dingle
watching a
dangle
little bit of you.
dangle in the dirt. How are you, my friend?
I was watching a little bit of y'all interview the other day. I was catching up on the replay.
With Krillin? With Bobby?
Yeah, yeah,
He's
Bobby.
amazing, dude. I like him. I'm
Yeah, I
learning how
mean,
to kind of tame him a little bit.
yeah.
Like when he's into something, like it's nice when you hear people talk like passionately about what they know, but then sometimes it's like I could only take so much. Like my brain is like this big.
Yeah,
I gotta get an
yeah.
SD card every time it fills up.
No, he's full of knowledge. He's definitely full of knowledge. That's for sure. He's full of that
Krillin got
knowledge, man.
that soul glow. I wonder if Krillin has moves. Like I could imagine him, like his hair slicked back, pinstripe suit.
He's got to have the suits on too. He's gonna have the suit on. So
He has that taco meat hanging out. He has to have some kind of like chain with a little charm that just like catches your eyes. Like like a point to his personality.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. He's coming with that flair, that
Yeah.
Staten Island flair.
And your style is like streetwear, right? Like just cozy streetwear.
Yeah, man. For the most part, it's gonna be the hoodie. It's gonna be some jeans, and yeah, let's keep it comfortable, man.
Yeah, company is a big thing. I remember I remember back in Louisiana, and a lot of my stories are back from the military because that's all I know and being a security guard. So it's
Right.
really good to be a civilian now. But I remember dressing up like Ricky Martin, like in these
Yeah.
silk tight shirts, going to the club out in Louisiana. Like
Yeah.
back then, I was like, man, I'm the shit. And then now I think about it, like, what were you thinking, man? Like, so funny, so funny how like time changes, especially like my tias, my aunt's hair bangs. Like they used to have like
Oh yeah.
that high wave
Yeah.
that's just like hair sprayed up like 2 feet.
Yeah.
I bet
That's my
Tracy's hair
mom.
was like that.
I can see Tracy hair like that.
Yeah, she does that on certain days. Little throwbacks.
Yeah, that was definitely my mom. She had that West Side do. We call it the West Side do. She was from the West Side.
The West Side do.
Yeah, that was a thing back then.
Did they still have military drive there in San Antonio? I never
Military
went when I
drive.
was younger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You still got military drive Southside. Shout out Southside. You don't want to be caught out there past 12 though, because
Oh
get a
yeah.
little, it'll get a little crowd. It'll get a little rowdy out there.
So you're safer on YouTube, huh? Live chats.
Safer on YouTube, man. This is saving my life right here, guys. I don't even know that. It's life saving for me right here. And
See what's going on in the chat. I'm over here messing with the layout. I like that you could add these layouts. I don't know how you could do it with like the
hold on,
basic
real quick.
StreamYard, but I've been playing with it a little bit. I still got a lot to learn, but kind of like that I could add these little personal touches. Thrift Daddy? He turned off this volume. We can't hear you, my brother. He said the baby's weeping right now. Jose Madrigal, speaking of Louisiana, Jose Madrigal, for any of y'all cop haters, please leave the chat. This guy right here is definitely one that has been a huge brother in every aspect of it since I joined the military. I remember him hating the military, and all I could remember him saying is like, I can't wait to get out to be a cop. And if I remember right, when he got out, he signed up to be a cop, and then they told him, well, you're going to have to be in a long waiting line. Soon enough, they called him right away saying, hey, you actually got, I think, priority because you're prior military. And he's been in law enforcement ever since, doing some really good stuff in the news, a lot of good positive PR. Dude's a stud too. I like how his peppered gray hair is growing out. Thank you for coming, Chivo. Appreciate you. Definitely got to see you soon too. He's out in California, so it's not far, and I don't know why I just don't drive over there. Sonny taking over your time slot. Over Tommy's time slot? No, I was actually waiting on Tommy and Tracy, and then I just shot him a message. He was
Yeah.
like, "Nope, he's busy." He said he got some good stuff, nothing bad, which is good. It's always my concern when I don't see people go on live at the time that they usually go. It's like I just hope they're okay. Kind of like when I see ambulances, the ambulances. I'm like, oh man, quick little sign of a prayer. I believe prayers go a long way. Cancel an order today on Macari. Macari found the damn thing.
Catching
Today. Ate that.
catching some orders on Macari.
Yeah, Mike is. I'm curious to see Kat, the nurse flipper, talking about Mercari, and I believe it's Mercari why she got off of it. She's gonna have
Yeah.
a video about it tomorrow, so I'm pretty curious because she was pretty imperative about not being on it. So
Wow. Interesting.
yeah,
Interesting. Yeah, I catch some of her lives once in a while. Catch some of her lives.
Popo there. That Popo's my brother from another.
Yeah, Tommy should have told us, man. Well, I told Sonny when he hit me on the DM. He was like, I don't know if they're coming on.
Yeah, he was
And I
like,
was
check
like,
your DMs, and I was like, whoa, dude, I'm married.
Slide in my DMs.
You ain't sliding to nothing. I got a chastity belt on. Tracy punked out again. Was that what it was? Is that what it is? Tracy, you punked out?
Can't.
No, don't
Yeah,
feel bad. All that matters is that you're okay, because when you care about people, that's really all that matters, is that they're all right.
yeah, that's what we was worried about. We was just worried, but I know Tracy was good because I seen her out with Shay out in Austin. They would look like they was having some fun.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Speaking of that, because Tracy was saying that last time, try to go see her when we go out in April for that Pote Strawberry Festival. So
Yeah,
hopefully we could do that. And then you're in San Antonio, so that shouldn't be a
yeah,
problem. That's where we're gonna land, anyways.
yep. So you're what are you're originally from where?
Charlotte, Texas.
Charlotte, Texas.
Yeah, small town.
Okay, that's
Small.
south or
Yes.
South Texas. South of
South
what? Major city.
San Antonio. That's gonna be
Okay.
like the main like thing that stands out. Other towns around it, damn, it's been a while. It's gonna be Poteet, Pleasanton,
OT.
Jordanton, and then we're kind of off to the side, going more towards west.
Okay, I got you.
But
I
it's
know
small. It's very
exactly where
small.
you
There's no towns connected to it. It's country ranch. What's up, everybody in the chat? Thank you all for coming. I appreciate y'all. Got the numbers up to
What's going
21.
on? We getting in there. We getting in here. I haven't even
They say
posted you.
all the cool kids and not all the cool kids hit the thumbs up button, but that's what I'm told. That's what Krillin tells me.
Credit part of that click, man. Him and Jake. Big time
Big
Jake.
Tracy's here. Shaq Hellcat. Krillin,
Big
make sure
time
to pour a
Jake.
little out there for the goat tonight. Hope you like these little characters I made of us. AR was asking at the last second. He was like, "Can you put some shades on me?" I'm like, "It's nighttime." I did throw in
Uh,
the dimples though.
yeah. No, man, you freaked that, man. I like that. I was like, yo, I'm trying to like, what is that? What is it that it familiarizes me with something? I don't know what cartoon it is. I don't know.
AC
It'll hit me.
Slater, AC Slater cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has that look. What do you use? Are you using like a special program or something? Are you
I use Adobe Illustrator.
okay?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
have a drawing tablet right below me.
okay. Yeah, yeah, I'm trying to get into. I just recently got into Canvas because I was using I forgot what the
So,
program was. Photo room, I think. Yeah,
Photoshop,
photo room,
photo room,
photo room. It's the one you use for the
photo
you
edit.
take the you take the yeah you take the backgrounds out of
Hmm.
the pictures,
Are
which
you doing a
which was
monthly
cool.
subscription, or did you pay for that year one?
I was at first when I first started, I was paying for the monthly subscription, and then I switched it over to Canvas actually because I was looking at like the hooks, and I actually hit them up because I was like, well, how do you get your, I was looking into the lettering and keep it kind of like the thumbnails kind of similar, with the lettering and the coloring and stuff, and I was like, it would kind of make sense to do something like that. So they told me they were using Adobe and Canvas, and I said, okay, well let me download that, and I jumped on that subscription, and I just bought the whole year out for that one. So and it's cool. I use the same pictures. I mean the different pictures, but
Mhm.
the letterings and the highlight and stuff. It's all the same, So I try to keep it kind of the same in a sense.
Have a theme.
Yeah, yeah, I have a
Yeah.
theme, and I've heard that from several people that
What's up, Bama? Bama
yeah, it
John.
works. What's up, John? What's up, Paul?
What's up, Alex? Out from North Tejas.
Thrift and Flips. What's going on? I talked to him earlier today too. He
Tejano's up in here.
talked to him earlier today.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you all.
I seen
So,
Leroy on Marcus channel.
yeah. Yeah. I caught the last minute of it. I don't know why, like, my alerts don't pop off like you think they would.
Mine's don't do. I'm telling you, mine's. I have the same problem on my end too.
What's up, my dude?
I don't know why that is.
Pay it
I,
annually ASAP. Yeah, I rather than pay monthly, I was like, you know what? I'm making good money. There's no reason why I can't just pay it out for the year.
yeah, yeah,
That's what I'm doing.
yeah,
And
definitely.
then that's next thing after I get back from Twin Falls, Idaho, probably like the fourth or fifth, because we're gonna fly over there New Year's Eve.
Yeah,
I'm gonna look more into List Perfectly, and I don't have that much listings though. Like I don't know if that matters, but I know yours does. I was actually looking at your eBay store. You got some really pricey shoes in there.
yeah, man. I've been blessed enough here lately to network with some shoe sellers, man. Um, actually out of Houston, and so I've been shooting out there. I shot out there a couple of weeks ago, and I got a bunch of shoes. Some some were real nice, and yeah, man, I just been blessed, man. This whole month, man, really, whole month has been just really blessing to me, man. Honestly, I ain't gonna sugarcoat it, man. It's been awesome. So I've been super blessed in the shoes and networking connections and YouTube.
Miss Lachey, thank you. Appreciate that. Really do. How was it doing house clearings? Like you used to clear out houses from what I caught in one of your live chats, and then you
Yeah,
just kind of
yeah, yeah. I started with junk car removal. And that just really worked for us down here because a lot of it was there's a lot of trash down here and it's a growing area. San Antonio, St. Marcus, New Braunfels. It's the biggest, fastest growing corridor. So you get your everyday trash that gets picked up, but the debris and the stuff that people just on an everyday basis, gets to leave out is only once I think a year that the city comes and picks it up from the curve.
mm.
So a lot of it gets dumped in like open fields down here.
Oh,
You know,
so when you say once a year, that's like your bulk day, like bulk
bulk
trash.
day
You only do that once a year.
once a year down here.
Damn. And when you did that, was it more of like your own thing, being like an entrepreneur, reaching out to people saying I'll clear your stuff, or were you working for a company?
No, it was just me and my brother. My me and my brother, we had a hard time, man. We had a hard time getting getting a job down here because of our record. We had just came out of prison, so it was real hard for us to get a job, even with the city, man. And my
Damn,
stepdad,
y'all gangsters.
we got into it, man, early, but mostly really it was just really money, man. It was always about money with me, it was always about the
Mm,
flip, a hustle. I always it was never on some aggressive stuff. Everything that I did it was always about money. It was always about flipping, always about hustling. So you know um when I came out, yeah, it affected us in a sense that a lot of these companies, man, pre-COVID, they didn't really value you. You know what I mean? And it was like
yeah.
even with the trash companies. But we had to start our own thing, so that's what we did. We just decided, it was just time for us to just get out there, branch out, start our own company. A lot of people, like my mom and people around us, were entrepreneurs already, so they had their businesses. You know,
Yeah.
so it was really easy for us to just jump into, creating our own business in a sense.
Walker, I'm not moving. We just visit Twin Falls, Idaho a lot because my
Yeah,
brother-in-law is out there with my nephews and niece.
yeah,
But we did talk about moving over there though, and it is like something I would like to do because here we got family here, but my brother-in-law's alone out there, you know,
yeah,
and to have other adults with you, it's not the same thing of like having your kids. Like adults need to have adult time. The same way I feel like I tell my wife when I met her, like you need to spend time with girls. You need to spend time with your girlfriends. Like for me, I don't care. I talk to the guys, I hang out with guys, but
Right,
to me, women have a certain talk and a bond that I feel like healthy for them. My opinion, but it's kind of the way I see it with my brother-in-law. What's up,
right.
Big B? I'll get to you, Uncle B. My dad was a drunk has a junk removal business, picks up furniture. My little bro flips that furniture on Facebook Marketplace and offer up. And that's
There
the
you go.
opportunity you get. It's all like dumpster diving. It's all 100% profit. Besides just spending a little bit of time and gas, just picking stuff like
And you really network. You really out here networking. You really out here, because these people call you with, and we didn't just do just garage clean outs. We didn't just do backyard clean outs or home remodeling, clean outs. We did it all, man. We get calls still
you're
now
hustling.
for construction, rock removal. We were doing rock removal. I remember we had two big ass boulders stuck in this guy's yard, and
That's why you're stocky.
it comes in handy. Let me tell you, when somebody needs you, they're gonna call you. Hey, my brother. Hey, I need you.
Isn't that the downfall though of like being a certain like physically being a certain way that people depend on you? Like
Oh,
I'll just
most
get my bro
definitely,
over here to take care of you.
most definitely, man. I mean, size is a tremendous draw in the physical back breaking field.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Flipper, you're not late. We just started. Oh damn, it's already been 20 minutes. It's still fresh. We just started, jumped on last minute shenanigans.
it's fresh Sonny's time. It's
Yeah.
it's it's early late my time, baby.
Got Uncle B from overseas. How you doing, Uncle B? Hope all is
What's up,
well.
Uncle B?
Yeah. Been following them for as long as I think I've been um, stalking Tracy and Tommy. Like I think I've been following Uncle B for just as long.
Krillin, I have we
What's
got
up,
we
man?
have we got we got a lot of trailers. We got trailers. We started off with just a trailer, and then it moved into a hydraulic trailer, and then it moved into to multiple dumpster cans now to a moving company. We got it all, man. I mean, it's all there now. But when we first started, it was just a truck and trailer. Just one of them little put together with the wood and the
Use
box
hand
truck.
turns outside the window when you're turning.
It was bad, man. But
Throw
we
some
grew
players
it.
on the road.
Yeah, I mean, stuff flew out the window. We probably caused a
That
couple
happens
of
all the time
accidents.
here. That's crazy that it's once a year though, because you would think with a populated place like that and to have that much of an issue
Right.
that they're not doing something about it. But that's why there's companies out there that actually take advantage of that situation, do a contract with the city, and now the city's paying them top dollar, and then the benefits come with it, and you're just on a routine to where you get to hire people too.
Yep.
So
Exactly. Exactly.
yeah, and Uncle B here says like it's critical business to be networking, especially when you're doing a removal like that. Because if you're just collecting stuff, that's worse than like thrifting. Like you're coming across furniture that takes up space. You definitely have to get some plugs in to like get some of that stuff away, even if it's like pennies to a dollar. As long as I mean, it's all profit.
Yeah, and a lot of times, you ask them. So sometimes, these people they'll be throwing away just stuff that they want to donate. And a lot of times that comes in handy for us because it's a tax write off. You take it and you donate it, and you just call it a day. But some stuff, it's just like, they're throwing it away. You can, people that you've dealt with offer up. On offer up, I've said that plenty of times where you can just get on offer up and flip some furniture, even if it's distressed. I got a guy right now. He loves broken furniture, and you just meet and network, and you just branch into different categories of stuff. And I tell everybody that's how I got my eBay university. Everybody says, you break off into the Goodwills, and you learn how to thrift, and that's your university. Goodwill's your university. But my university was out here, man. You know, picking up Bowflexes and couches and flipping them online. That's how I
I
got
see he
started.
was using them before he sold them, though. Uncle B had just dropped it. Just dropped it. Thank you, Ms. Lachey. It was a lot of help. It wasn't just me. It's like growing the channel. Like I was away for about a year, so for me it was my fault not to already be here. I would say, but life gets in the way of things. Having priorities with family and work and trying to get your life situated. That when I came back, I didn't want to do the same thing and make people feel if they felt this way like I wasted their time because that happens and that's the way I think. So when I came back, I knew I wanted to do more and venture off in a little bit more things, but like most people, I'm a creature of habit and it's hard for me to get out of my shell. But I'm glad it's helping with encouragement like this, just showing up on a live chat the last minute because it really does make a difference. Those live chat I was on my own here, probably like a month ago, like nobody showed up, and I did squawk out of it. I jumped out, and then it ate me up. So the next time I did it, I was like, you know what? If nobody shows up, I'm just gonna hang in there. And before I knew it, like when I had that feeling to get a jump off, boop boop, people started popping up. I think Tracy did because they were live with Tommy, and then before you know it, everybody jumped in. So it's kind of scary at times, being alone, but YouTube fam is here, regardless if it's in a live chat or not. They catch up to you when they can.
YouTube fan is here, man. We they deep, they deep, and they're great support, man. I mean, it's a great driving force, man. Especially when you starting off, like you said, and sometimes it's lonely, man. You listen and it's lonely, man.
It's all like big ass kids, but it's true. It's like, oh man,
It's lonely, man. It's lonely out here, man.
it's a lonely world out here,
A lot of
especially for grown folks. There's something for everyone when it comes to other junk. Network helps us find these people. Uncle B, what time is it over there? Is it morning?
grinding, friend. Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah,
Thank you, John.
I don't know where I think it was maybe Tommy's show. I think we was on Tommy's show when I first found out about you. And
Yeah, they're giving me good questions, and I was going with that.
yeah. No, but it was way back before then. It was like I think I heard about you before then, and I was like, man, who is son? And I went to your page and I watched a few of your videos, and I was like, man, I didn't even think too much about even subscribing at the time. Sometimes you just you be in these chats and you hear so I'm new, so I'm hearing different names. I'll just go to the channel, check them out, and I just won't even. I'll look at the video and I forget the next day.
No, it happens to me. 2 minutes later, if I'm not sticking to something, I lose it.
Yeah,
Jimmy, what's up, Jimmy? How's your whatnot
two
going?
flips. Whatnot is the thing now, man. What's going on with whatnot, man? That's the
Did you go on pause earlier, Philly Flippers?
no. What's the name? Carissa sent me a link to it, and yeah, man, I get caught up.
Yeah, I need to actually plug in my bank information or whatever to start buying stuff
Yeah.
because he was selling some stuff that I'm like I could have made like off $1 I could have made $20 like
No
off the
shit.
MTG cards. Like it would have been easy. They are pretty easy to list and scan.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. So, what is that thing that you got back there that makes that noise? What is that? That ding,
Um,
ding, ding,
it's
ding. It's a
called
calendar.
TCG Player. It's a free app, and it also scans Pokemon cards.
Oh
Oh,
shit,
and
nice.
I
Oh,
gotta
it's on
take
your
care of.
phone. So it's on your phone.
Oh, I just got an offer. I'll accept it. I'm not worried about it.
I appreciate you being living. Appreciate that, man. Real stuff.
1 p.m. lunchtime. What's up, Jimmy? Glad I caught some of your action earlier. I gotta check it out. I was in a lot of like not in a lot of videos, but I was watching a lot of YouTube videos today. And every time I found myself getting off of it, like I wanted to see more
Yeah.
of people thrifting and reselling. It's super addicting. If you're not doing it, you're watching it from other people doing it.
Yeah, it's it's a journey, man. I can't even tell you, how many times I watched Craig, Craigslist Hunter and
Pe-
Lonnie, yeah, Pete and Lonnie over there shed flips, late at night, having them on while I'm packing and just it's and then you just evolve, you watch them so much and now there's so many new channels, and you're so embedded now, and it's like it's amazing, man. You just look back, you're like, man, look at all this.
Uncle B is reselling becoming or already is a saturated market? No, I don't think so. Not at all. There's way more items out there compared to people, and people buy more things. Like the biggest consumers in the world of like nonsense. See a trending video, you buy it. Then they get over it. They want something else. So I don't think so, and I don't think it ever will be unless they kind of like do some kind of restrictions that you can't be doing that. But that's never gonna happen.
Yeah, Dan. It be like that, Dan. It be like that, man. It be yeah. Sometimes I'm watching, and you be like, man, I'm not doing enough. And I heard Marcus today talking about he wants to do a New Year goal of doing like 3 videos a week.
Who's that?
Marcus, he was
Dixon
talking
Pickens.
about yeah Dixon Pickens. He was talking about his goal was one of his goals for New Year's was to do three videos a week. You know,
Jimmy, is that are y'all talking about whatnot? And if so, is your username the same thing as whatnot? Let me find out. Am I spelling something? No, I'm not seeing it. Dan. Sometimes I think I'm watching too much when I should be doing it. Nah, I totally agree with you. I got like a pile over here of stuff. I was had every intention to list, but then I just got stuck on the tube, and then I went thrifting after dropping off some orders. And I was like, once I finish thrifting, dropping off some orders, have some dinner with my wife before she goes to work, I'm gonna jump on this stuff before Tommy's live, and it never happened. I'm hoping I do it tomorrow.
yeah, it's super hard for me on the holidays. Oh man,
Yeah,
it's super difficult for me to get on, and like it's just so much going on right now. It's
it's
super hard.
exciting.
Yeah, it's super hard to stay focused, man. And like I'm just grateful that I got plenty of stuff to list. I got like I did like 10 drafts today, which I only put one out, but it's just holidays. It brings a lot of temptation, and you just got to stay focused. Krillin's crazy. Krillin, what you talking about over there, Krillin? Yeah, 3 videos a week is tough, man. I don't know if I could do that, man. Shout out to Dixon though, man. He's. I think if anybody can do it, I think he could. I
Do
think
what?
he's.
3 videos? Yeah.
Yeah, three videos a week. It's tough,
Well,
man.
well, Tay, Prison of Prophets, he knocks out videos often.
Yeah, I know. I'm freaking amazed by that too,
I
man.
don't I don't think I could do that, and I don't think I would want to do that because I've tried it before. What I was trying to do it a day, thinking like if I just knock out videos, I'm going to bring people in, and I felt
Yeah,
like what I was doing was okay. But compared to what my videos were when I started, compared to now, I'm a little better. Not crazy like difference, but I wouldn't want to go back to that. For me, it doesn't work out for me.
Yeah, and you don't want to burn yourself out either. You know, you
Yeah.
don't want to. You don't want to burn yourself out. I mean, burnout, I think, is real, right? I don't want to. I don't want to be under the false notion that it's not. The burnout is not real. You know, it's
Yeah,
definitely real.
burnouts with a lot of things, with companies that you work for, with people you hang out with. You know, sometimes just some things become too much, and you just want to step away, not be away from it, but just step away to get a breather. You know.
Yeah, no, definitely, man. It's. I think that it's about balance. I think with anything, you know, yeah, you want to be the best at it. Don't get me wrong, you want to be the best at it, but I think even with that, I mean, it's a certain amount of hours realistically that you can allow yourself to put into something to master it, right? And if you do it, if you overdo it in the beginning, then I'm sure you're going to be left with some sort of burnout. That's how I look at it. So why not try to just balance it out to begin with? You know what I mean?
Mm.
You have your family, you have your reselling, um, and then just put it on a schedule. And I do that with even my shipping. Like in the beginning, I was just shipping, you know, five. I think my last cutoff was like five, and I had to be able to balance it out, man. You have to be able to get in there. Like I started a schedule now where I just cut it off at 3 o'clock. After 3 o'clock, if your order's not in by three, then I'm not gonna ship it. So
Yeah, by 3.
yeah, that's my shipping cutoff date, man.
Mine's like, to drop it off shipping, it'll be by 4. Because for me, it's close. Like my post
Hmm.
office is like a mile and a half down the road. If that, it's just a few lights, and I get to hop back over the freeway and get home, or get the itch to go to a couple of thrift stores around me, which is always the thing. Like, do I go straight
Thrift
home?
stores.
My wife's asleep. She's gonna wake up in 3 hours, or I could go thrifting, or
I
I could
can
list stuff.
I can get away
Nah, I'd
with
rather go thrifting.
it. I can get away with it.
Yeah. Uncle B,
My
yeah, consistency is key. And there was a week or two where, now that I've been back, I haven't been like every 4 days make a video. One of them was like exactly 7 days after a full week, and I did just fine. Like I think it was all right, because there are priorities outside of YouTube and reselling that I'm doing good enough to, I don't have to. I really don't have to list every day financially, but I would like to, because I want to reach more goals. I want to be excited about what I do. So up until now, my goal has been $4,000 in sales is what I wanted to make, and now I'm reaching like just short of 5K in sales. Yeah, just $200 short of 5K, and I want to. If I could do that and not try, like I'm not trying that hard, but next year when I do, like that would be nice to be 5,000 in a few months. If I could keep reaching it another 1,000 or even more, because you never know what you're coming across. Some things are very valuable out there.
Yeah. Yep. You're right. You're right, man.
How do you balance, um, AR? How do you balance YouTube and selling?
How do you balance YouTube and selling?
Mm-hmm.
It takes priority. I think that, like I said, you got to balance it out. You just got to balance it out. You got to have you some balance. You got to have cutoffs, and you got to give yourself some time to reflect and just have fun. At the end of the day, you got to have fun too. I mean, but balance is important. You get your cutoff days. You get your, like, you tell yourself, Sundays and Saturdays and maybe Fridays. You make it a habit. You just pack up your orders the day before, get them out early, and that's it. Set yourself a schedule. Find you some. Because for me, I use YouTube as, it should be your leverage. You should be able to, like Sonny said, set those goals, bust them out, make them happen, And why not? Like, why not try to find you something you enjoy, like making videos and teaching people and having fun with it, on the side. It shouldn't be no, and then like I heard Dante Prison the Prophet say that he feels like he's an editor now. He's a video editor. That's a job in itself.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? You can start getting you what do you call that? Get you a resume on Indeed to start editing videos. How fast can you do an hour long edit video? And boom, charge. But I mean, that's what I'm saying. How many ways can you dice this thing? You can dice it pretty well if you can micromanage that time. I think all the greats are doing that anyways. I think Cincinnati Pickers. I think part-time pickers. I think they're all doing it. From what I hear part-time pickers is a monster, man. With the listing, the eBay. I mean, he's pumping videos, boom, 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 and then he's got amazing store. He's doing an amazing job with his eBay. I think it's all part of that micromanagement system, man. I think you know, and then he's got to take care of his family, and yeah,
That's a whole nother thing
yeah,
that you have too. Your kid.
yeah.
You have a little boy or girl?
Now I got a little boy. Yeah, I got a little boy. He will be 11. Actually, he's 11 months today. Today's his birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Yeah, today is his birthday. He is officially 11 months. Yes, he is. Making me feel older and older by the day. I'll tell you that. I'd be like, I gained all this time by making all this money on eBay. Oh, look at my son. I feel old now. Shit.
Yeah.
Why do you grow so fast, you little hobbit?
Yeah, the older you get though, you stop with your growth spurt and then you just start growing sideways, speaking from experience. So Craig.
With you and your golden years, though, that's it. They say, when you
My
push.
golden years, that doesn't even sound right because those are the golden girls. Like I grew up off of that. I've
No,
never
when
seen a show called The Golden Boys. Unless
oh,
R.
no.
Kelly was in it, then I probably watched it out back in Iraq, 2004.
You're right. You're right. I watched the Golden Girls too. They wouldn't allow a golden boy show, right?
It doesn't come out right.
not
Like
not
I
with
said,
the
unless R. Kelly was in it, then he might get some views. You guys are killing me, man. His interview was crazy. I burnt out at least twice in my journey and wanted to give up countless times on teaspoons of cement for the heart. You did really good, Uncle B. You're doing good. Because I remember, I think I just stepped out of YouTube, and then I think it was like a month afterwards. So it was like your channel just blew up, and you've always been true to you. Like you've never really changed things to get more views. You've just showed more of you, and I really like the beach videos too, where you just hung out at the beach because you're reminding me back of Hawaii, just the shoreline crashing in, the waves, just the vibe, and it's something I could relate to. And I think that's why a lot of people follow people, certain people, is because they could relate to them or what they're saying they could relate to, and that helps because if you have nothing you could connect with, that's when you really don't follow people or interested in people.
I'm surprised we got 24 late bloomers in here, man. That's a lot. These guys like to party. I know that. For reference.
What is up? What's up, y'all? Too. Hope your legs doing better. Hope you're recovering. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't mind rolling around in like a wheelchair or something. I used to always ask the drunks at the casino because sometimes the drunks are the tipsy people or just a pain in the butt to either get out of the building or get up to their room
Yeah.
after asking several questions and seeing if they had somebody that could all the proper things you're supposed to do. But I was always begging them, like, can I get you a wheelchair? And they're like, no. And I'm like, look, it'll be easier on you. You don't have to walk. People are gonna ask if you're okay. You could play whatever story you want. And then people are like, you're right. Like what happened? They would say stupid stuff like, "Oh, you should have seen the other guy. He was
Yeah,
just like,
yeah.
I was drunk or she was drunk." Yeah, it was easier just to get somebody on a wheelchair, just stroll them, and then usually like 75% of the time that you helped in these wheelchair assist at casinos or places like that, people usually tip you out. One of my
Yeah.
first tips was like 30 minutes on the floor, help somebody to the room, and they tipped me $60. That was pretty awesome.
Nice.
Yeah,
So what did you do? Security or something? What
yeah,
did you do?
security.
Security for a
Yeah.
casino?
Yeah, every level of it from the bottom up to armed security. Like I was in it.
Nice. Any renowned casinos that you did?
Any what?
Like renowned casinos that you like security at or
That was just the one casino. I just worked
oh
there
okay.
the whole time. Yeah.
I read his book, Steve Wynn. That guy was a fucking genius, man. That guy was yeah, he was a real abstract kind of guy, man.
What's up, man?
Read a couple of those
Am
billionaire
I too late? Not at all.
casinos guys. Those billionaire casino guys. I read a book on another billionaire casino guy.
The things about millionaires and people with money, they don't go around saying they have money. They don't show off that they have money, especially celebrities. A lot of them that I personally came across, like actors, would probably be David Spade, music, Little John. I think the ones that mostly stood out were like Justin Bieber. I don't think I saw Tyga, or I might have, but there's some people. It's not really them standing out. It's more of like their entourage that are
Yeah.
the noise and the problem of like the groups.
Yeah,
But for
yeah,
the
yeah.
most part, people were pretty good.
Yeah. That's dope. But you live in a city that's like it's almost like New York though. I mean in a way, right? It just never sleeps. It never really turns off, I guess.
No, casino's always on. No matter what time you go, like there may not be as much people, of course, like after noon, after lunchtime, but there's always people in casinos. Always.
Yeah.
There's some stupid stories I had too when I moved up to bike security, which
Yeah.
people think like, oh, you rode a bike, and I was like, yeah, I did some pretty cool stuff riding a bike and dealing with situations. So my first bike situation, we get a call that there's two people humping in this like on property. They
Yeah.
went over the fence, right? So we get a call, and the call goes
Yeah.
like, "Hey, AR2 bike unit, right?" And it's like, "Hey, it's bike unit. Go ahead. Hey, we have a situation going on at the Tommy Bernhard podcast location, So it's like, copy,
Yeah.
I'm on my way." So you get over there, and it's like you're asking along the way, like, what exactly is going on. So you're kind of picturing something to deal with and roll with. And they're like, "There's two guys humping." I'm on a complete opposite side of the property, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't believe that it's two men, but for some reason I want to go see. Like, so I get over there, right, and there's two other bike units that get there right before me. One hops
Mhm.
over the fence and is like, "Hey, y'all got to get out of here." Not really yelling at them hard because it's easier just to talk to somebody normal to get them to comply rather than yell at them. Doesn't help at all.
Yeah.
So the guy gets up and he's dressed like a Caucasian guy, short, scruffy, blonde hair, black t-shirt, dirty ass pants. Like he's rolling around in the dirt. The other
Yeah.
person gets up and it's kind of the same thing, same look. And I'm like, damn, are like these like twins, like these brothers? The guy gets over, then the other one comes over, and when she's hopping over, and I'm like, "Hey, control, AR, this is bike unit 3 or whatever."
Yeah.
Be advised, is actually a male and a female. So as we're going, the male starts pushing another bike officer. This guy, he's now in the military. He grabs him, slams him down to the ground, and I look at the female and I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna have to detain you. We don't arrest people, we detain them.
Yeah.
We're not
Yeah.
trying."
Yeah. Yeah.
So we get there, and she's like, "No, you're not going to detain me." But she goes down to her knees. So I'm looking around like, "What the hell's going
Wow.
on
Hold
here?"
on. This might
You
be
know?
staged. Hold on. Might
Yeah,
be punked or something. All
yeah.
right.
I'm like, what's going on right here? So I'm like, "Look, I'm going to put handcuffs on you." She was like, "No, you're not. You're not going to
Yeah.
make me get down." So she starts laying down on the ground. So I'm like, "What the hell? Like, I'm not even touching her. She's doing this all by herself." She puts her hands behind her back. This other armed security guard at the time is looking at me, talking to her. He's like, "How are you doing that? Like, she's doing everything by herself." So as I'm putting handcuffs on her, she was like, "Where's my brother?" And I'm like, "What?" Like, "What?" She's like, "Where's my brother?" And I'm like, "What?" I was
Wow.
like, "Brother." And it was,
Wow. But wait.
almost, I like puked in my mouth twice.
But wait. There's more.
So they were brother and sister. They really were.
Wow. That's
And then at the
crazy.
same time, as I'm handcuffing her, she was like, "I'll bite you." And I was like, "You don't want to do that. Don't bite me. Like I
Mm.
will go hands on with you." She was like, "You don't know me. I have diseases." So that's where my stupid self comes in, and I'm like, "I have diseases too." She's like, "No, no, I have worse diseases." And I'm like, "Look around." I'm like, "No, I have worse diseases." She starts freaking out. Best bike story of my life. It was freaking amazing.
Wow. How old were you when this happened to you, Sonny?
This was like 3 years ago. So I was like 36, 37.
Oh, it's not too much of a scar, I
No,
guess.
it's a funny ass story. Like I
Yeah.
love that story because my friends who I still keep in contact with,
Right.
um, every once in a while it comes up, and it just reminds me like it's freaking funny. Gotta tell him the story.
Hey man, it's late night. It's sunny in Vegas, man. You know, we
Yeah.
over here. It's sunny over here. It couldn't be that bad in America. Nope, it's not sunny in Vegas.
No,
Them
Vegas,
creepers, them creepers
Vegas.
out
There's
there.
no difference of night and day. Like there's a lot of stuff that goes on, regardless of what time. Just like any other place. It's just
Yeah.
Vegas doesn't put it out there because it doesn't want to deflect people coming in because that's our mean of business, like is
Right.
having people come visit us and spend their money.
Yeah. And they don't want to show the underbelly of this thing. You know, they don't want to show that. You know,
No.
but that's just. I hate to say that's really just America in general, though. I mean, it's. I mean, why do you? You know, why show? Even in the news, you know, why show the your city and all the heinous things that happen? You know, let's show the pretty things, the parades and the Riverwalk and everything like that. You know,
Hey, Crystal.
sports games and stuff. But
Yeah,
yeah,
there's some crazy stuff that happens here, man.
I love it. I love the underbelly. I live for shit like that. You know, stories like that. You know, because it's raw. It seems so genuine. You know, it's just like L.A. It's like L.A. is definitely not Hollywood right now. You know, the stories I hear coming out of California and the
Take care, Bobby. Good night.
shit.
Buenos noches, amigo.
I mean, I was up there in Portland for a couple of days, and that's like Austin times five with the homeless rate right now, man. It's freaking
Vegas,
horrible.
it's pretty bad almost.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really everywhere though. I don't want to just say it's in one. I don't want to just say it's in one particular area of the market of the United States. It's everywhere. It's down here too. It's just we cover it up a little bit more than in Austin where they legalized the tent cities all over.
Mhm.
It's just bad because I was in Austin and I got to see it up close and personal. And we went out, me and my brother and another friend of mine.
What's up,
We
everybody?
went up.
Welcome to the chat. Thanks for coming
What's
in.
going on, Zach? I see you in
Out here
here.
talking stories, talking that Buddha chatter.
Story time, man.
Flipper about Mr. Win. Yes, brilliant and done a lot of stuff. He is part of the history here. And from what I got to see myself, actually seeing him and working around him, like it was pretty sad to create this beautiful place like the Wynn Casino and Encore, and then not be able to walk like 3 or 4 feet without having somebody there because he was losing his eyesight. I was like, man, that
Yeah.
it's
No,
pretty tough.
his book was like he's a very abstract kind of guy. He's into art big, and his whole upbringing was wild. It was. Um, it's fascinating though to say because it's a lot of it's there's a lot of people look at these guys and they're like, oh, big billionaire, big money, and all that. But they really did. A lot of these guys are just self-made, man. You know, like look at Jerry Jones. Self-made
Hey,
him.
for real.
Yeah, I
Hart,
mean,
thank you. Thank you for coming in. Don't I just don't like the way he ended up going out. Like, come on, man. You had all this money and people were probably throwing themselves at you and you had to do what you did from what the news shares.
yeah.
What's up, Miss
I think
Taffy?
Taffy, what's going on, Taffy?
She's gonna
Taffy out
be. I
here.
keep saying it because I want people to know. I hope I plant that seed in her head when she comes in January. Hope I get to meet her in person. She's gonna have
Oh
her
yeah,
birthday over here.
out in Vegas.
Hmm.
Is that the word? Okay, I gotta go out to Vegas too, man.
I don't know if it's an act, but for me, speaking for self, I think I'm kind of crazy. But other people, so man, crazy is one thing. In the casino life, like anywhere you stand long enough times consistently throughout each day, you're gonna see people's true self of like how they are with people. And right when you think in the casino world, for me, it's I've seen it all, I heard it all, and then here
Yeah.
comes something else. Like, oh my god, thanks for reminding me. Like, there's more crazy out there.
Oh man. Yeah.
Ciao, brother, my brother.
Ciao, Buddha, my Buddha.
He cracked
Hey,
one earlier.
Jersey, what's going on? Lisa in the building. New sub to me. Taffy said she's turning the big 35.
Damn, still a young
Wow,
buck.
young. I'm gonna be 34. Yeah, I'll be 34 next year.
That's a question for you.
What's that?
Bobby's asking.
What percentage of homeless is due to drugs and drugs are they on? Ooh, come on, Bobby.
Do
Bobby,
y'all
Bobby
out there in the
knows. Bobby
chat
lives
feel
out there
like
in New
every
York
homeless
City.
is on
Bobby out
drugs?
there in New York, man. It's horrible out there too, man. I don't know, man. I mean, drugs are definitely a part of it. I
Well,
mean,
out in New York, if you look at, or even just for a second, think about all these documentaries of all these drug lords and kingpins, all based on drugs. Like that's gonna be hit harder than most because it was right there.
yeah, I think a lot of it has to do with drugs, but that's not the discount a lot of the underlying mental healthness that's also contributing to a lot of it too. I think mental health is a big issue too.
Yeah, definitely
But
is.
when you sprinkle a little bit of that good old, it just makes the problem even worse. I think and then the way America, I mean the TV and everything just
Convenient.
they try to discount the actual problem. Like it's these people are not supposed to be looked at like just drug addicts. These are human beings. You know what I mean? Like like I don't know, man. It's a hard one, man, because addiction is everybody's affected by that. I'm sure somebody knows somebody that's been affected by that type of stuff.
Yeah,
Man.
I don't think there's one person that isn't affected somehow by drugs. Not so much like they're involved in it, but it might not even be like their first family group, but somebody within the
Yeah.
family, like
Somebody knows
friend,
somebody
relative.
that has been touched one way or another by uh by addiction, man. And it's horrible, man. It's we crucify that, and we don't try to like make them humanized. We don't humanize that issue enough. Like I think they do a better job of really kind of controlling it, like in Amsterdam or like in the Netherlands. I think they do a great job, like how they, kind of not control it, but have programs and social nets. You know what I mean? I don't know if you ever heard about Netherlands. You ever been out there, Sonny?
No, I've never been.
No, you were so you were in the military, but you ever go overseas or anything like that?
Yeah, I went to Iraq 2 times, and
Okay.
then I was supposed to go to Afghanistan, but then they ended up canceling those orders.
Well, that probably would have been. No, that's probably a good thing they didn't do. You
Yeah,
didn't
because
on that.
my second deployment, like I felt invincible my first one, and then
Yeah.
somewhere through my second deployment, something just hit me, and it was like I was scared for the first time, and then that's when I knew I was like, that's a sign. And then I ended up getting out. I finished my time after 10 and a half years. I ended up staying in Hawaii because my wife was, I was newly married by the time I got out. And then while she was going to nursing school, she was like, you need to go to school too. So I only went to school because we needed money. I wasn't going for an education. And before I realized it, like I was doing so good that they hired me as a peer mentor. So there was a lot of stuff in the school that I ended up helping out in. It's kind of amazing, like when you just step into something new, like
Mm,
to realize how good you are at something,
yeah.
but fear ends up holding you back as well.
Mm. It's deep, man. That's real deep, though. I think it's real deep. Um.
And what's holding me back from visiting Crystal, who I got this message highlighted, Vegas isn't big, and I've still have yet to meet her. So hopefully
Yeah.
soon, Crystal. You as well as like Danny, the niche lady, and then Tiffany, Thrifting Vegas, and Mike Moneybags.
Hey guys.
What does Taffy
Should
say?
be doing this. Happy. I'm talking about Zach over there. Somebody's trying to. I don't know if you've seen that. Somebody's been playing up Zach on Instagram and trying to scam people and send them money and stuff.
They like created a second account, and
Yeah, that's when you know
I,
you.
that's when
When
you
they
know
start
you're
doing that
done.
to you, study. When they start talking about hit me with some Bitcoin, hit me with your information, I'll help you out. It's me, Sonny. You know you made it, man.
You
They
know,
got Zach's picture. I'm talking about they took his whole profile, all his pictures, and just created a whole brand new Zach on there. I hit him up and I was like, Zach, what are you? Did you just are you creating a new profile? He was like, no, man, somebody's over here trying to scam people and make a fake profile of me.
I had it wasn't what's so what. There's another like I think it starts with a T. Another like social media platform. Can't remember it, but one of my gay friends out in Hawaii was like messaged me in the DMs, and he really
Yeah,
doesn't message me like that. He'll message like in the comments and the pictures. So he's like, "Hey, I got a question for you," and I'm like, "Yeah, what's up?" Because I'm known for graphic arts back over there in Hawaii when I was out there. So I was like, "What's up?" And he was just like, "Hey, are you on the site?" And I'm like, "I have an account, but why is it blowing up?" And he was
yeah,
just like, well, I'm gonna send you the link. So this guy created an account like me, and he was
yeah,
taking my photos from Instagram, but then he had a photo of him under the waist. So when I see like his schlong hanging out, I'm like, "Hey, you messaged that dude that stop lying. Like I'm not that big." So he starts laughing, and he was just like, "Damn, I thought I had a chance." So I was like, "Get out of here, dude! You crazy?" But it's crazy how people use.
tell you,
Oh man,
man.
people fall for it. That other me was getting a lot of comments. My Instagram was nothing like that. I was a little jealous in a lot of ways.
Yeah, yeah. I guess I don't know. It's a form of flattery. I take it honestly. I mean, I think that people could be doing a whole lot more than trying to get a couple of dollars from people who follow me. Come on, when you spend that much time doing all that to try to be me, come on, man. I'm honored.
Hey,
I'm
take my
flattered.
bills while you're at it.
Take it all, man. I want it all. Like, yeah, you can
Yeah,
have
you're
it all.
welcome.
Yeah, Miss Taffy, we were supposed to meet, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe next time. I'm planning some trips here pretty soon. Maybe I can go out to. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with the meetup. I don't know if we're supposed to be. 'Cause at first, I heard. I don't know if it was Lonnie saying that we were gonna go out to Florida for the meetup, resale reality meetup, but then I guess that didn't get approved because John I guess said that he was trying to book it, but they were like, nah, with COVID going on and all that, all those people and stuff. I think Texas or Florida really would be great for a meetup, honestly.
One that's free range without those limitations.
Yeah, yeah, just because it's so lax here, it's kind of optional here. It's just you can for the most
Shenanigans
part
it. Yeah. Thank
you
you
can
for your
go pretty
service.
much you can pretty much go anywhere, and everybody has the mask. They wear the mask, but they put the mask down and below their nose and stuff. So it's like, how do you even? I can't take you serious, man. It's not serious.
Yeah, people tend to give like from my experience, people tend to give more attitude and complain about the issue rather than continuing walking outside the door and not worrying about it. It's just like, hey, you're inside the company, especially here security because they're big on security because of customer service, which is what I hated. And I would tell people like, hey, excuse me, sir, can you put on a mask? Don't tell me what to do.
Yeah,
You're gonna lose your job. I'm gonna sue you. And it's just like I'm at the bottom here standing talking to you. What do you think I have compared to like other people? And they kind of look at you like, don't talk to me that way. It's just like, no, I'm talking to you for real. Like I'm at the bottom of the totem pole telling you to put this on. Like what more can you take from me than like my time of just not putting on a mask? Like you just gotta walk out. It's just part of our policy. There's
yeah.
cameras everywhere.
Cameras everywhere, man. I'm telling you, it's
Just throw some Eviso pants. Ladies and
Oh yeah.
gents, keep your eyes out for this little thing right here.
Oh yeah. What are those pants called?
Eviso.
Oh, Viso. I've always wondered what
Eviso.
the
So
a
I've
what?
had these for years, and I've told Tracy before. She said, "What would you do if you could, sell one thing?" Said Japanese pants, and this is
I
one of
heard
them.
that. I heard that. Yeah. Those are
These are
really old
used.
school.
I've had them for like 2 years. I just listed them yesterday because they don't fit me, and I don't think I'm gonna lose the weight to fit back into them. And then they sold for like I think. Hold on, let me. I don't want to make up a number. I'm gonna tell you what it is. Sold for $68. I had it listed at 85. And they do have wear on the bottom, and shipping costs 850. But now the padded flat rate envelope is like 775 or something.
Yeah, I heard it dropped like Christmas. Like on Christmas it dropped um down. So you put those in flatted envelopes?
Yeah,
Flatted ready envelopes.
yeah, it's
Uh,
super easy. I mean, if it's less than a pound, because I do weigh them.
yeah.
If it's less than a pound, I'll do my best to like ship something first class, but it doesn't
Yeah.
always work out, especially with denim.
Yeah. I've been doing pretty good on Poshmark lately. I sold a pair of shoes the other day. I kind of been sharing. I just been sharing. I don't really get too caught up in all the whole you gotta follow somebody and all that. It's just too much, man. You'll get too trapped up in all that. And then all you really worried about is just selling. They got parties, they be having like little Poshmark parties and stuff, and I'll just be like,
Where the
yo.
alcohol at? Poshmark parties. Where's the alcohol at? Hola, Mel. Fundamentals.
Sorry, didn't see you, girl. What up, fundamentals? Derek.
Mhm.
He's,
He
I
left a
think he's
comment on my recent video saying, "I'm not gonna lie, I'm just here for the food." You know, Derek, I was like, that's one of the things like people say, stay to YouTube, stay to reselling, and I'm like, I'm more than just reselling. We all are, and I say that from time to time because I hope it clicks in people's head. Like, yes, I get the niche, but at the same time, there's more to us than reselling. Especially being a full time reseller now, which is what I am, a stay at home hubby for the most part. I'm like, man, I wash dishes now more than what I did before. Never had problems with it. What's up, Carissa?
hey
And
Chris.
then mop and sweep the floors. I just folded like two bundles of laundry. Like,
There you
and
go.
it's not even a problem. I just feel like a douchebag. I think I said this on Tommy and Tracy's. Like, feel like a douchebag not realizing how much work is here at home, and my wife doing it for nearly like 10 years. You know, never really saying like, "Hey, can you help me?" And then I'm sure she did. I probably just didn't hear it. And I'm glad I'm like realizing a lot of things, how much work goes inside a house, even if you're not doing much in it.
Yeah, yeah. The housework is really it's it's overplayed. I mean, it's underplayed because that's a lot of work, man. I know how you feel. I'm a stay home father. I know. I hate dishes. The only thing I hate is dishes.
I'll let you answer this.
What's the one thing you learned or changed this year that changed your game? What is the one thing I learned to change my game? Telling people what you do. Telling people what you do. Um,
Like, don't tell
I
people what you do.
no tell people. And in the beginning, I wasn't telling. Like I was going to a lot of yard sales,
Mm,
and I was just. I don't know if it was really the GoPro thing. I had to get used to using the GoPro, but you get a little shell shocked, I guess, because you're showing up. You're the only one at the yard sale with the GoPro on, and
hi, Maria.
you want people to kind of take you seriously, I guess, and you got this camera on them, and it's like, how much do you really want this? You really want to make a deal, but I think for the most part, you just gotta tell people what you do, man. Just be transparent as possible. That's one thing I've learned this whole year that's really changed for me, and it's made me better overall. It's made me a better reseller, period. Because I mean, you're not telling people who you are, and you're missing out because a lot of people you'll be surprised just off of that, it's just conversation and goes into details. Hey, you do that, well, I and you can learn a lot. I've learned. I've just You can learn so much from people by just telling them what you do. Um, I take business cards. I have a bunch of business cards that I made in the beginning of the year, and I wrote my number, wrote my email on there, and I got some people who just strictly off of email just have hit me up because their neighbor saw me and subscribed and watched my videos, and they called me, to come look at some stuff. So you got to tell people what you do, man. You got to. I don't know, how's that work for you, Sonny? Has it?
I want to work on cards, but at the same time, it's like I also want to do stickers. I want to brand myself more. That's definitely one of the things I want to do
Yeah,
next year is brand myself. Like for instance, like the that right there. You know, like my
yeah,
little characters that I make, things that reflect me to brand me, like not just as a reseller, but as an artist as well.
yeah,
And if
yeah,
it makes money, it makes money. I used to have a clothing brand, and we did really good until our place got broken into when we moved here. Less than 24 hours moving into an apartment got broken into. So it stopped my graphic designs and my fan base for like a little over 2 years until, or a year and a half. And by that time, I lost a lot of the fan base because when you're a clothing brand, they just want to see the clothing brand. And if you're
Yeah.
not there, after a while, they move on, like anybody else.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So I want to get back to it. I just don't want to start a clothing brand to be like, hey, I have a brand and push that name. I want to push my name and use my art side that way with reselling.
Reselling. Right. No, that's kind of one of my goals. Actually, I have some goals up here, and that was one of my goals is to actually start a clothing brand. Obviously, I want to start it off the brand, the logo, um, and eventually branch off into signature logos and all that. But yeah, man. I mean, it's definitely possible, right? I mean,
Oh, it's very possible. We did really good too. When we started, I had just got out the military. So for me, even though I was in Hawaii for like 7 years, 8 years at the time, I didn't
yeah,
know any locals other than the friends that I knew. And they weren't
yeah,
into like the clothing. They were more like kicking back, barbecues, drinking, having fun. Because they're really hard workers. Not to say that other people aren't, but that was like my go-to. And then when we started the clothing brand, there was a guy that hit me up who has a really good clothing brand now. Like he's grown since. But with
mm,
him, he was like, "Hey, I." He reached out on Instagram saying, "Hey, I think you should come over to this event. They have it every third Thursday of the month. And I think
mm,
you do really good." So the following day happened to be a Thursday, and we knew we were too late. We didn't have anything for it, but we went to check it out. Signed up for the following month, getting a reseller's license and all that, and we sold out in 3 hours. So we ended up spending like $150 with like stickers and buttons,
yeah.
and made like several $100s. So we used that to buy more stuff the next time, and we're growing like $100, $200, $400 every like more each month on top of that. So it was really good.
Had some good traction and stuff.
Yeah, it was good until our place got broken into.
Yeah, man, it sucks. Yeah, it's definitely there.
What kind of
Oh,
clothing brand do you want to start? Do you know, or you just kind of like floating
hold
in
on,
your thoughts?
hold on, real quick, Tom. Sonny, let me do
Yeah,
some
you
real
got.
quick.
I got this, my dude. Ladies and gents, thanks for watching. If you look over here on the side, that's my little puppy Tip crashing out. I would say in probably about an hour, he's gonna jump up and down because he probably got to go do his business. I do appreciate y'all all for coming in, and I do want to share AR's um, channel here. So if you're not sub to him, please do so. And if you're not sub to me, please do so as well. Because this is really the kind of content that I've been wanting to do and been doing it for about a few weeks now. Just sharing my thoughts with other people, have fun, talk about relatable stuff, talk about things in life that you may or may not relate to. But when some things that you don't relate to may be good to hear about. So if you ever encounter it, it kind of helps you have an idea of what you would do about it or not do about it. So it's all an experience. Who this? My
All right,
wifey.
all right, all right, all right.
It's my wifey. She said you're having too much fun. Go do something.
What's up, Sonny? What's up? What's up, Joe?
Oh, let me
Oh,
finish up.
what do you Oh, so you would get back to your question. Yeah, I just lifestyle brand, man. I want to start a lifestyle brand, honestly.
What kind of lifestyle though? Because it's based off of your lifestyle.
Yeah,
Street
yeah.
streetwear, comfy wear, like kind of
Um,
a blend.
I want to do it all, man, Sonny. I got a lot of girlfriends that
Oh yeah? Tell us more.
I got a lot of girlfriends, man, and they just love stuff that feels good. Women are different than men in the sense when it comes to fashion. It's all about
Definitely. They're a
what
lot smoother and softer.
it's all about what feels good on them. They don't care really necessarily what it looks like. If it feels good on that skin, they buying it. So
Let me be
I don't know,
transparent.
and
I'm a little
I
bit
don't.
that.
is that? Heart Workshop. Okay.
Yeah.
What's going on? But yeah, man, I want to do it all, man. And I said that, and I don't know a lot of people on Twitter, but I also have a Twitter, and I've been on Twitter since 2016. And I joined Twitter really just to, really to talk shit and be me and vlog and all that, and it just transpired. And I had a lot of people, I had a lot of ideas on there. That's where I formed a bunch of ideas about AR and me, and so I just built off of it. And then my girlfriends was just like, yeah, you need to do everything. You don't want to just do clothing. You need to do socks, you need hats, lingerie, everything. Do it all.
I, do you do you have anything to get started in other than your ideas?
No, no. And it's one of those, I kind of just put it up for one of those things that's going to be a long-term thing for me. Like you
So
said,
long.
you got the reselling thing, you got the reselling thing,
Nice.
you got the you got that brand already, you know? So you want to just, for me, it's all about how am I going to build off of that? And obviously, I'm building off of that reputation, and if you follow me, then obviously you follow, the script. And so you build, I think you just build off of that. I think if you build off of that, you're transparent, you be who you are, you know, sky's the
Up,
limit,
Joe. What I would say, because you said you got, did you get Photoshop? You said, do you have some Adobe programs,
I have a canvas.
Canvas? Regardless of what it is, you want to be able, like, simple goes a long way when you're starting. So if you have a logo, keep it one
Yeah.
color.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
if you don't know about colors, like say silk screen,
Hmm.
that's going to be one where you're going to have to layer things. But it sounds easy when you say silk screen, one color, like your hoodie that you're wearing, right?
Yeah.
That white is one base. It may be coded several times, but it's still the still same screen. But if you
Yeah.
say want another color on that, like an actual yellow, you have to have
Hmm.
the white base and then have a
Yeah.
separate screen yellow and things like that. Unless you invest in yourself and buy your own stuff and take the time to learn, it's gonna cost a pretty penny having somebody else do it for you. So if you learn
Right.
the graphic designs and once it takes off to where it's too much for you, but you're able to afford to pay somebody else, it's good to hire somebody when you already have the equipment and you're teaching them, you know, because that it costed me thousands when I started, and I had jumped in a loan, not so much loans, but credit cards on it.
Yeah. That.
And not until like a year or two later, I'm like, why did I do that? Why didn't I just take the time to learn? Especially on YouTube, there's so much stuff out there, and Facebook pages where people are just saying, "Hey, I want to help you," and people are like, "Nope, I don't want that." They want it
Yeah.
harder, so and they want to spend nonsense money. What's up, Joe? So
Yeah. I
do
mean, yeah.
get the
No. And
program, start off
yeah.
with the logo, rep it yourself,
Yeah.
and just keep rocking it,
Yeah. Yeah.
have other
I,
people do it.
and I've kind of, I had the t-shirts going for a while. I did do the t-shirts when I first started. And I was using a program for the t-shirts because obviously, um, I wanted to go with the logo, which was, my face, which everybody sees that on my YouTube. So I was going to use that, AR, obviously the reselling thing, vintage flips, because I like, vintage stuff. So I started, using that. So I acquired the vintage flips with the AR Edwards. And, but the AR Edwards is really just the lifestyle. That's the brand, that's the logo. And it's the signature thing will just jump off into, me and my personal endeavors and those things, like the lingerie, the socks, the shirts, and that's gonna be just the logo, and then branch it off into the signatures. You know what I mean? It's just because I read that book by Damon Johns. I don't know if you know Damon Johns. the guy that created Fubu,
Mm.
and he kind of like he was saying how different brands have a way of like qualifying for a certain price, and you always shoot for that, that brand that gives that more expensive type of feel. Um, obviously you have the Pradas, the Gucci's, and those are automatic though. When people hear about Gucci and Prada and stuff, it's like I'm gonna pay more for it, even though you may find at your local Walmart something that looks exactly similar to that, you know, but because it has that brand on it, you're willing to pay a little bit more for it. You know what I mean? And I
Mm.
think it just goes back to it goes back to, like you said, quality, goes back to reputation and deliverance. If your stuff is
Quality is an opinionated thing when it comes to apparel because somebody could say, I want 100% cotton.
yeah,
What if everybody doesn't like 100% cotton? Maybe some people will like it 50-50 polyester cotton, or certain things that if you go out, like say you have a beach theme, like summer theme, and you
yeah,
want swimwear, you don't want to wear cotton. It's going to be heavy, you know. So you want to have things that are like rash guard, spandex, polyester, stuff like that. So it all depends. But when you come to talk about brands, any brands, the Prada and other ones you talked about, everything has a tier. So you
yeah,
have to have the affordable stuff that you're still
yeah,
profiting. You're gonna have the second tier that goes up. That's like, okay, these are like $30 tees, but that may be cheap for some people too, because the value is different in the pocket for many people.
no,
And then the more expensive stuff, you don't want to have as much stuff as that
yeah,
compared to what you have, the super affordable stuff. You should
exactly,
have less of that, which is why
right,
it's more expensive.
right. This is
And
basically,
Lachey, I've done graphic designs for I think two or three resellers. I mostly did graphic designs for myself at other actual clothing brands, especially out in Hawaii when I started. And it was really good. But I've done logos for people out in Florida, Texas, a teacher out in Kuwait, some teachers out in Texas, and also some like border patrol people, agents, kind of all over. They just found me on Instagram, word of mouth, and worked that way.
Derek said, get the get, Derek said, get the assless chaps. Yeah.
What do you mostly flip, AR?
Mostly, what's on my store is mostly vintage, man. It's usually old,
Clothing?
has some age on it. Clothing, electronics. Yep. Video game. I do a lot of media. I flip a bunch of media. Yeah, just because
Like
it's
DVDs? You're talking
yeah,
media? CDs?
yeah, $6 to
I
seven
mostly
dollars.
I mostly do apparel,
Apparel, yeah,
from vintage to things a little newer to new,
yeah,
because as most of us know, just because you get stuff from thrift stores doesn't mean it's old. It could be brand new with tags, which is why one of the places where I believe Crystal lives, Rosie's Closet, is kind of, I want to say she's on the east side for some reason.
yeah.
Um, and they have a Goodwill right next to the mall. It's like it's attached. And a
Hmm.
lot of times that the mall would donate stuff brand new.
Yeah, nice. What are you looking forward to doing when you're out in Iowa, Sonny?
Um, I do want to be like play around in the snow, like I feels good to like act like a kid at times or be a grown kid. My wife wants to definitely experience the snow herself, like
Yeah,
play in it, be in
yeah.
it, get cold, make some snowballs. Other than that, just hang out with my brother-in-law and my nephews and niece, and hit up some thrift stores. There's some that are like really close to him,
Yeah.
but there's this one he always brags about that's probably like an hour and a half outside of Twin Falls, Idaho, and
Yeah.
he claims that it's like a rich city community, and
Yeah.
everybody donates there, and nobody really buys there. So a lot of the
Mm.
stuff is really cheap. So I'm like, I'm hoping it's a honey hole because
This
those
that
kind of
honey hole.
places, if it's worth it, like one of those dream places to thrift at.
Well,
I wouldn't mind spending a couple $100, go fly out, load up, come back.
that's Osborne the Thrift is out there.
Yeah.
He's out there in Iowa, right? Is it Iowa?
Oh,
I think he is out
Idaho.
there in Iowa.
No, I'm in that's Idaho where I'm going.
Is it
I get it
Idaho?
confused too though.
Well, who's the resellers out there in Idaho?
Anybody know out here in the chat? Anybody out in
No, that's
Potato State?
is that Hoogs? The Hoogs is out there, yeah.
I don't think I've
So
heard of it.
I want to say Osborne the Thrift is he in Wyoming? Oh, is he in Iowa? I want to say he's in Iowa. Yeah,
I was born in what?
Osborne the Thrift. Yeah, he's doing like 100. He's doing like 100,000 right now. It's supposedly this is the thing that
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I
he's
follow him.
the bald headed guy. He just had the
Mhm.
kid. Um, he's doing 100 grand out there in Iowa, from what I'm hearing.
He's probably going
And
to
then you
that
got
bookstore.
and then you got the Hoogs out there. They do the yard sale and garage stuff. Um, yeah, man. I heard I'm hearing a lot of people
Am I
moving
way
out there
behind
to
on the
Iowa.
chat? Let me go through this.
Mm,
Oh yeah, East Side. Okay.
so here talking about you just messing around with your AR. Going to see them in the spring. Yeah, Carissa's going out there too in Idaho. Potato States.
The Hoogs. Let me
The
check them out.
Hoogs. Yeah, the Hoogs. They live out there. They're actually the guy. I want to say the husband is like in the same type of field with the videography and everything like you. Yeah.
I don't even apply my degree towards my videos, not really, because it just takes so much time.
Yeah.
So that's one thing why I started too. When I started YouTube, I was doing pretty good in it and I was growing, but then I started hearing a lot of people who were blowing up in the community, and I'm not bashing nobody, but they were telling other people to do what they wanted. Like, I want to see fire and all this other stuff, and I'm like, if you want to follow that, do it, But
Yeah.
I didn't want to be a YouTube channel that lures in people by fancy animations and graphics. I wanted to share information because that's where
Yeah.
the value comes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I'm it looks cool when you create nice videos and things, but it takes a lot of times, and I rather have clear content and not mislead people
Yeah.
and not be a hype over what I'm saying, because even though I'm like a fairly new channel somewhat to some people,
Yeah.
like I don't want to be that person who's like, what is this guy talking about?
What is he
Like
talking
all my
about?
stuff that I share, I don't just pick the good stuff. Like I'm learning to pick better
Yeah.
stuff
Or
compared to when I started.
just pick the stuff for YouTube.
Yeah,
So
I
say.
don't. I share everything.
Yeah. You just don't go in there to say, hey, look, I'm just buying stuff and I can really afford the whole store, but I'm gonna go in here because you know, it's this looks perfect. This looks, like it could, grab some thumbnail attention. So
I
say,
mean, the
you know what I mean?
thumbnails are always good. I am learning to get better at thumbnails, and that's just by me just being more creative of my know-how rather than before, just kind of sticking to certain things. And now it's like I'm opening up with graphic designs, like like this, and
Yeah, yeah,
people are
yeah, yeah.
liking it. So it's
No,
kind of
I
like,
knew I liked it. I see how you switched it up too. It looks, you know, but that's also part of like the growth, right? You want,
yeah.
your followers to see the rawness, the kind of just the growth about
Jennifer,
the whole channel. What's up, Jennifer? Jennifer Hayes.
Jennifer Hayes in the buildings, folks.
This is my last one, man.
What?
It's my last one already.
That's
Slightly
it?
sweet tea. That's it. It's done.
That commercial kicked it off, huh?
What's that?
When that guy freaking whacked that dude.
Oh yeah, they made that whole meme about.
That was the thing, even here in Vegas. Like, it caught on
Yeah.
quick. Everybody was walking around with one.
Was he just talking shit to the guy, and then the guy was just like, "Fuck it, let me hit him with this."
Yeah, he
with
finally
this
got fed
twisted
up with
tea.
them and was like,
I seen one today. The guy was like trying to steal some donuts out of what was it, like a Circle K or so? I don't know if you guys have a Circle K down there. We
If
got
we do,
this.
I don't know, but
We got
I
like,
know what it is.
yeah, we got this Circle K down here, and this guy was trying to steal some donuts. I mean, he had a fucking backpack. He comes in there, he's fucking loading the donuts up. You know, they got the freshly donuts in the morning. They put the fresh pan of donuts out there, and so this guy's loading up on him, and this other guy's right behind him like this, like he's ready to hit him. He's like, I'm fucking ready. I'm ready to hit this guy. This fucking he never hits him. The guy's just loading up, and then he gets ready to go for the door. The another, I guess it's his friend or somebody. I don't know who it is, but the guy's holding the door like this, so he can't get out. So he's trying to get out. Boom, boom, boom. So the guy tries to kick the door. The other guy, he's like, "Fuck it, let me just grab one of these sodas." He grabs like a 2 liter soda, right? And fucking chunks at him. Boom! It hits the door, bounces off. The guy, I guess his friend lets him go, so he splits out the door with all the donuts, a whole pan full of donuts in his backpack. I was like, wow, that's crazy. Only at Circle K's, only at your convenience store, only at your local convenience stores, you see a guy loading up on donuts, and you want to beat him up, but I guess you say, hey, why not just throw a big ass 2 liter at him and then miss?
It takes a lot for some people to get that energy out to like I'm gonna hit you.
Is that what it
And those
is?
type of people like myself, you don't want to get me past that line because it's like I blank out. It's like
Yeah,
you don't know what's gonna happen, and that's something to be scared of, because things twist easily.
yeah, you never know.
What's up, my dude?
Hey,
You coming
what?
over? Okay. Okay. All right, later. So one of the guys I worked with, he sold this computer thing, and he messaged me last night that it sold for like $950,
Yeah.
but a graphics card, I think it is. And the person that bought it has zero like feedback. He just made the account that day on
Ooh.
eBay. So he's like, "What do you think I should do?" I was like, "It's up to you, but I would insure it, and I would also have them sign for it." So I was like, "How are you gonna ship it?" And he was just like, "Oh, I was just gonna put it in his bag." I'm like, "You're just gonna put a $950 like in a poly bag?" So I was like, "You don't have any shipping boxes?" He was like, "No." I was like, "Hey, dude, come over here. I'll give you the boxes or whatever you need. Pack it up right, and then with the weight or whatever he's gonna end up using, he could take it and do it at his house." So he
Yeah.
just got out of work. He also works at the casino too. I met him
Oh
out
yeah.
there. Really
Yeah.
cool
I
guy.
always I always find that interesting too when you got a real expensive item, and you don't want to ship it to them, and something. I always say I use the $20 rule. I guess, right? You just, if it's $20, and you say, oh well, I just throw it in a poly. Why not?
Yeah, and Pisa,
What?
they're in here somewhere. I think I'm behind in the chat, but
A typical
um, yeah, I don't
situation.
know why they didn't go through, but they are doing all right, and that's why we're here filling
Yeah.
some big
Hey there.
shoes.
Hey,
I'm wearing
hey.
the shoes. AR is wearing the heels, but I don't know which one Tommy and Tracy wears. I think it might be the opposite way.
Yeah.
He slapped the holy word into. I crack up on these TikTok videos that I watch, and I hate getting across videos that are violent and bad, but some of them are funny, like the convenience store ones where people are getting so low, and I'm like, who fights like this?
Yeah. Yeah.
It
Yeah.
just cracks me up. Like, dude, you lost. Like, just looking at your stance, you lost already.
It's horrible, man. I don't really care if to watch them either, but you know what it is that I started my Instagram so long ago that I still got some old accounts on there that are just not like, it's like I have to go through there and look through all the stuff that it's just so much garbage. I gotta just filter out all the garbage. I'm trying to get it down to where I can just watch only stuff that is educational and stuff. But
Yeah.
it's hard when you
Especially
start.
with
It's hard when you
reselling,
start.
it's a big learning curve,
Yeah,
especially being full time. Like there's a different pressure that I have, and it's not bad. It's not scary for me, but it is one where it's like I don't want to drop the ball. I don't want to go back to work for somebody. I'd rather work with somebody. And Carissa here is saying still learning, and being part time was one thing, but now being a full time reseller to me, it's a lot more. I need to be more structured for myself because I used to work within the time frame, do what I could, and then I was on it. I'll get home, stay up as late as I could to list everything, take photos. And then
yeah,
now that I'm not a full time reseller, I'm like laxed on it. I take my time. Like I said earlier, I didn't list what I was supposed to. And I need to snap out of it because
yeah,
I just need to. There's no other reason for me to not want to succeed and know that I can, especially the numbers that I'm making. If I try harder, it's going to even double, triple, quadruple.
yeah. No, structure is important, man. You need structure. You need that. Like I was saying in the beginning. I mean, I'm I don't consider myself too disciplined in nature, but when it comes to work, man, I don't have too many people who complain about the job that I've done in the past. Whether that was, working construction, doing junk haul. These people want me back now. Because I've done a good job. I've always had a good rapport about doing a good job, doing the right thing. Doing the great job, and going up and beyond what I should have done. So taking all those criterias and putting it into reselling, that's all I've done. But I've just tried to do it in a micromanaged type of way, like put it in a way to where I can still afford the time with my family, use the money to diversify, like we talked about, and do other and accomplish other goals. I would love to travel around the world. I would love to go to different places. I know you probably would too, right, Sonny? Do some traveling.
Oh, that's why like being a full timer now and with my brother-in-law over there, like he's great. He doesn't need us to be there. I want to be there for him.
Yeah,
I don't want him to, especially New Year's, like to be. I'm sure he could go to friends' houses, but I'm like I want him to know that family's here. And I ended up buying the tickets off of my eBay profits, like that I've been saving on the side. And my wife, I was like, "You want to go?" And she was like, "Oh, but they cost this much." And my wife always buys the tickets. And what ends up happening, whether we go to Hawaii or wherever other place,
yeah,
I pay for all the food. I pay for everything else, so that way it's like you're not the only one paying for stuff. But it feels good to be succeeding in the way that I am, to have
yeah.
money to put towards being there for family too.
Right,
Because it's
right,
not
right,
like I got to do this for family. I'm dragging about it. It's like I want to do this and I'm able to do it. And it's a good feeling to be independent and to see what I'm doing is working. And I think that's the biggest like inspirational thing for me right now.
right. Yep. Where's Krillin at, man? Krillin left the building already?
Yeah, he had something going on tomorrow, some contractors or something. Days I'm like, damn. It's gonna happen regardless, Carissa. No matter how much times you thrift and how experienced you become, things are gonna slip by. T-shirt with a missing button or something electronic that you didn't test because it looks nice and shiny in a brand new box, but it's tampered with and somebody ruined it. Then you try to figure out if you could sell it for parts. Just trying to make the most with what you can when it comes down to it.
Amazing. And her cat Moose is too. That moose cat, I tell you what, man. I wish I could live in Alaska.
And Peace will probably be like, okay, no, come visit for a weekend and find out if you want to. I got soldiers of mine that live out there. I
Yeah,
don't know
there's
what part, but I know they're out there. There's some of
there
them.
there's a base out there. I know there's a base out there in Alaska. I think.
I got some oos
Excuse me.
brothers out there. Damn, he threw the mute on there. They're lecturing them. Get your ass to sleep, AR.
Oh man. Yeah. Life and times of a reseller. I'll tell you what. They can write a book about it, Sonny, and we'd be up there. We'd be top rated sellers, I'll tell you that. Your wife in my life.
Nah, I would be the one they say they're an underrated reseller.
My girl, she's like, I'm not a wife yet.
Was that?
My girl, my girl said she's not a wife yet. She just has the life.
Damn. That's the both worlds then?
I have the baby
Huh?
mama title.
she said she has the baby mama title. I gotta make it official. I mean, I just
Nigga, you ain't gonna make it official. So
All candid,
why
folks.
you trying to lie to those people? You ain't making it official. You don't like me.
it's just what it is. It's just like I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty boring. I don't
Dude.
know.
Yeah.
Are you full time? Yes, I'm full time in FISA.
She about to
Yeah.
hit you with some of your dead stock.
All you want to do is work. Work, work, work.
She said all I do is work, work, work. That's all I do.
Like, you don't take the time out tonight and be on your phone. You can't be in the moment.
I work a lot, and I think
Yeah.
that that's important, right? What gets the bills paid?
Hey, do you buy lottery tickets? I miss buying lottery tickets.
I have not bought a lottery ticket in a long time, Sonny.
I wish we had them. I know why they don't, but I don't get why they don't.
Let me turn this light on. I have that mini little.
AR, are you full time reselling?
Yeah. I'm full time, and what I'd say full time and struggling. Full time and struggling. It's hard, man. It's hard, but I don't regret it. It's one of those
I don't
blessings
either.
and curses. It's one of those blessings and curses. Like people. I don't know, man. It's you're so unplugged from the matrix, right? Everybody's worried about 9 to 5, finding a great job and everything, and you just here selling things online. Why are you so unplugged from the matrix? What makes you so special?
I'm a reseller.
I'm a reseller.
I got an idea that I want to do, and I want to reach out to other resellers to see if they would join. Um, just like on play on commercials and stuff I come across that I'm like, that would be funny if they made that a reseller. I don't want to put it out there because I don't want people to steal it. I want everybody to share it like around the same time on their videos, on their intro.
Yeah. So let me ask you something, Sonny. Well, how do you feel about sponsors, man? How do you feel about like sponsorships and stuff, man? You're at 1,000 now, so
You know, I didn't think about that as like reaching a thousand subscribers that way. I still need a lot of watch hours.
yeah.
Like 3,500 watch hours, something like that.
Mhm.
I'm pretty short on watch hours, but it'll get there eventually. But with sponsorship, I didn't think of anything other than like the goal is to reach 1,000, and then if you could reach 400 or 4,000 watch hours, like I just kept it that simple, trying to get those two. I haven't thought about what I would do with it other than like, okay, I'm growing. That's all
Yeah.
I thought about. Like I'm at a mark where okay, I'm growing next year or by the end of the year. I hope I reach maybe I'll reach for like 2,000 more people. But I'm not looking at it like maybe I should. I mean, I'm not there yet, and other people who have both of those milestones hit off, maybe they could give us some insight of like what you should do or use or look out for and
Yeah.
what to like filter out because I'm pretty sure people get some shady stuff thrown
Well,
their way.
because only reason I asked that because it's interesting that I hear this argument a lot, and I know Tommy's brought this up too when I watched him is that there's a cap right in reselling content. There's just a
Derek,
certain
I'm down. I'm gonna speak
both
for
of
AR.
y'all.
He's down too.
I need to get both of you on the show. Got the night of 20. I'm whatever. It don't matter to me. Pick the date, Sonny. First, I'm not tripping. But yeah, I feel like there's like a certain conversation going around the cap thing with reselling content. Like you're only allowed to grow this big as far as cap goes, right? In the whole sphere of reselling. And so it just, it's a very interesting conversation to have, right? Because it's like you're right. A lot of resale content is not the main content that's getting promoted on YouTube. So say, but what do you do to shake that up too, right? You
Yeah.
know, because I mean, like I was having a conversation with another reseller, and I'm telling her that the way I look at it is like it's we're out here, we're showing our finds, we're showing our hauls, we're educating, we're entertaining, and um, to just to put it like in a context, it's almost like we're business artists. You know what I mean? Like we're an artist because we're showing these things, we're putting it in a format to where we're showcasing it on a video for people, right?
Yeah.
And people who like it subscribe and they enjoy it, they find it educational, whatever, whatever this, whatever it may be. But it's like you're writing your own narrative in a sense, right? This is your story. Sonny, you have your story, I have my story, and we're writing our own books, and we're writing our own chapters on an everyday basis when we put out these videos, right? So why have a cap, and then why also move into a different channel? I hear a lot of people say, if you want to make different content, then maybe you should go into a different channel too.
Yeah,
But I'm like,
and I'm definitely not doing that.
yeah,
And
I'm not under that impression either.
yeah, it's definitely on my mind. And Derek, I'll do the 26. I'll do the 26 because
Yeah.
I believe the 2nd of February. I think Kat, the nurse flipper. I think that's my date with her on her channel.
Oh,
I mean, it doesn't matter.
you gonna
Whichever one works for me. That air doesn't pick. Maria, if I didn't say hello already, hello. Oh, Paul.
What's up, Paul? What up? 1,000. Shout out to Paul, man. I love Paul, man. Paul's
What's up, Jonathan? Welcome for coming in, and everybody else. What time is it, and what state are you in here in the chat? For me, right now in Vegas, it's 10:23. About you, AR?
It is 12:32. 23. I'm sorry, 23.
Yeah.
Got a little bit of noise in my setup. Yeah, it's 12:23. The club is still going. It's still open until 2, I think. They don't
Oh
stop
yeah,
serving alcohol until 2 down here. So
nice. Hey, you got that open sign in the back too.
the open sign. Yep.
I like that sign behind you, man. It reminds me of all the Mexican restaurants back home. Like they always have that sign.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty lucky. Like I come from a small town, but a lot of people know me. And
Yeah.
regardless of how long it takes for me to go back and visit, I could walk into a convenience store and they're like, "Nope, your money is not good here. You could have that 12 pack." And I'm like, "All right, I'm gonna go give me two 12 packs. I'll go get a case." And if I go into your restaurant, people are usually paying for it, but I usually pay for somebody else's anyways. It's not like I get things necessarily for free, but it's kind of cool being a little popular back home
Yeah. Well,
because it's a small town. It's not a big town
yeah.
because it's small.
Yeah. Right. Right. But that's nice. It's always nice. You come from small settings like that. You can always go back and you know reminisce on the smaller things of life. I come
Like
from
one
this big
one as
city.
Paul with a C.
Yeah, you need to make your content more appealing to general audience if you want to get discovered. That's why my videos are titled like I make a living shopping at garage
You're fired,
sales.
Paul.
Something a regular Joe Scumo. I click on when he's scrolling through YouTube. Yeah, I agree. Paul, you said that earlier too. I was interested in how you said that, and yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. Tell Derek I'm fine with the 19th, man. That's perfect for me.
Yeah, I'll get the 26. I appreciate that too, because I like doing this. I like talking to people on my channel. I did it before, and I interviewed a couple of people. One of them I just found out a week ago that he was doing some shady stuff. So it's kind of interesting to see that how people change or their true colors come out after a while. But I am who I is, and I don't have any means to direct people in the wrong way or mislead people to gain any kind of profit. I just want people to grow the same way I am and enjoy themselves like how I'm doing. Learn how to put affiliate links in your videos. I was making money on YouTube long before I hit 1K. Yeah. See, and that's stuff I got to learn too. Kat was one that was like, Sonny, do you have eBay affiliates? And I was like, I know of Amazon affiliated. And she was
Yeah.
like, yeah, there's that too. So back
No,
and
that's
forth,
what I'm
we were
saying.
talking.
And there's definitely a lot of there's definitely a lot of affiliational links being given. I've seen that a bunch in the community. I've seen that a bunch in a lot of reseller content. Um, but when I jumped on YouTube initially, I didn't watch reseller content. I watched a lot of podcasts. Um, before I was into reselling and stuff. You know, so a lot of there's a different there's a lot of angles to tackle that too. A lot of angles.
Carissa, what part of Texas? I didn't know you were in Texas. Oh, yeah, same time as me, neighbor. Jonathan.
Oh, funny. Uh, I've always I don't know why I've been I'm way down here in the chat, Sonny. You be
Yeah,
highlighting the comments. I'm way already. I'm
yeah, I
already.
know you are.
I've been looking
But
at the
that's me. I'm slow, like I said.
yeah. I'm already down here in the bottom. Something irregular jump.
All right, let me run through this.
And Derek said, "Y'all will find out who rocking with." Fortunately, there is no playing both sides. Yeah, everyone 150% to start with. Some people lose their points first. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, you were Derek, you and Tay were talking about that on your live, and I was like, I couldn't agree more. There is some segregation in the community, and it's unfortunate when you hear something from certain people that you could be like, I believe you because of the content you put out, rather than somebody that it's like, okay, I'm going to question your thoughts and figure it out after time on my own.
yeah.
But for the most part, I don't know if I would say like I won't let it bother me or I won't be I'm going to try to work on both sides because there's a lot of things in life that people could relate to that you can't play both sides. You could just let it be on its own, but don't try to be in it if it's not really you or be in it for the wrong reasons. So until I end up facing some issues of my own that I see about people in the community, like I'm not going to get involved and I'm not going to add to it. And depending how it goes, like who knows, but it won't be side talking of saying me talking about AR to somebody else. I'd rather talk to him. And I've always been that kind of person too. And a lot of people hated me in the security because I was always upfront with them. And I would even tell them, like, you're messing up on this and you shouldn't do that because you're being seen and you're getting in trouble. And I want to tell you first before you get in trouble. And those people ended up flipping the script on me to where it's like they looked at me like the bad guy when I was looking out for them. So Tommy and Tracy was one where I talked about on their channel was like, it hurts when you talk good about people and you vouch for them, and
Yeah.
then soon after they're the ones stabbing you in the back, like you haven't done the good what you've done for them, and kept all the bad stuff away from other people because you've been trying to help them. So
Mm,
you don't know until you come across those situations, and it sucks when you do.
yeah. No, definitely. Because and because you want to give people the benefit of the doubt, right? I mean, for the most part. Um,
And that's me. I'm optimistic. I am a Libra, so I if you believe in like horoscopes and signs, like I think that plays a part in like how I am trying to balance.
yeah,
Sorry, Paul, I got you, my dude.
yeah, you definitely just want to get. I mean, for me, it's just when I first came in, it was just more or less like, I'm going off vibes, man. I'm going off who I'm seeing first, um, and it's all about, yeah, man, giving people a benefit of the doubt. But eventually, I think that enough. If you're out here perpetrating something that you're not, and you're out here not doing what you say you're doing, and then all that, it's all gonna follow, and it's all gonna come out eventually. And I just think just be yourself, man. For the most part, I think that I feel like I've always felt like I have a very great. I'm a very great judge of character. Now, obviously, that's hard over the internet. When
Could be wrong at times though. I know I
Yeah,
have.
yeah, and you can. But coming from a situation where I come from, where you're locked down 24/7 with an individual, and you got to play house with this guy, you know, when you're in there and it's like it's you and him, you got to be able to bid with this dude for a couple of hours, couple of days, months, years. You know what I mean? So for me, it's always easy for me to get a good judge of character when I meet somebody physically. But obviously, over the internet, it's a little harder. You know what I mean? It's not like it's wham damn done. I meet you and because we over the internet, it could be anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I'm always like I met Cameron Gravity Goods, solid guy. I vouch for him, and you know what I mean. Like it was just one of those mutual things, and I felt that. You know what I mean? When you with somebody physically, and you can be able to physically look that person in the eye, and then it's different for me. I mean, I just think that a lot of that falls to the wayside when you're online. You're meeting people online, and they tell you I'm this, I'm that, but you get somebody close up, and it's like it's a whole different animal. Oh, you're not doing that, huh? Okay.
Then you go and whack Paul like a soprano. But you gotta well Paul's pretty big, so you gotta have like four Romans. You know, to have
Paul,
like
but
four
look at
Romans that
Paul's,
help take him
but
out.
look at Paul's record though, man. Paul's putting people on. He put me on. I wasn't nobody, man. Paul put me on just like he just put me on, and he's put on a lot of people. He's done a lot of good things with his live channel. He's putting people. He's giving people the benefit. He's giving people the benefit of the doubt. He's putting them on, and he's letting them showcase. He's saying, "Okay, if you're doing what you do, if you're doing what you're saying you're doing, I'm putting you on."
Yeah, I noticed that Paul. Like Paul have you in the live. He has Jake and Shay in lives, and he always puts your names in the title. But there's one person he hasn't put his name in the title. And I've been like on three of his lives, and I'm like, what's going on here, man? I think this is
Gotta
what
suck for
Derek's
that guy,
talking
man.
about. I think this is that segregation, that division.
I know. You know what's funny is I think a lot of people have reached out to Paul on the same time. I think a lot of people reached out to Paul and have been like, "What's up, Paul? I was here before this guy. You got this guy on. What's up with?"
But the thing is, on YouTube, like, um, Tommy and Tracy, when they had me go live, right? Like people are like,
Yeah.
"Who's this new guy?" And he's like, "He's not new. Like he's been here for a long time." And to me, it felt like a few months, right? Because when I left
Yeah.
YouTube, I never left YouTube. I would be in the live chats. I'll be supporting people. But in the places that I worked in a casino, I wouldn't have like the best service, and sometimes you would have to go underground.
Hmm.
So I would have to go to these certain like 3 by 3 foot spots of like a signal. So I'd stay there and be looking at it, and I'll try to get a message in like 15 times, like send, 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 and it finally goes through.
Yeah.
And Marie Perret is the one that always laughs because she would catch it. And when she
Right.
does come on, she always brings stuff up about when I worked in a casino, like Sonny's not underground. And he's saying this, and other people might be like, "What is she talking about?" But I know because she was paying attention to me. And it's just kind of cool that people listen and follow you and stand up for you like that to say like something so little as Sonny's not new. Like he's been here, and I'm like, damn. Like now I'm like an OG. Damn, feels good. I feel pumped.
You
Look
wear
at
that
God,
coat
like,
now. You wear
you know,
that coat. You
damn.
a boss now. Wear that coat. Like, look, it's in my jacket. I've been here for a while, man. You guys just ain't following, and I know that, and that's what you're saying. I know you don't know that because you're not coming out to my defense. You're not coming, and that's when I said that's when it's genuine. That's when you know your followers, and you can be like, I know this person knows what he's talking about when he's talking about me because he's followed me. He's followed my journey. This person has followed me while I was, you know, trying to get on, and I'm on this camera on this little phone. You know what I mean? And it's like
Yeah,
that's when it's genuine, man. You know what I mean? And that's all you can ask for. That's what I'm saying, man. That's all you can really ask
yeah.
for.
This. I mean, you have to know. You got some really good, following. So you know something I don't know. I guess I'm basing it off of my feelings, and I am an emotional guy. I'll tell you that right now. I'm sensitive.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's real though, man. Because you're not asking for favors, man. You get on here and
No.
you know what? It's crazy because I hear a lot of these, and it's crazy as crazy as it sounds. I hear a lot of these big channels, and I'm not mentioning no names. And you hear them, and they're asking for followers. They're asking for you to do this. They're asking for you to do that.
But did
And it's
did you
like,
not do that when you start though? Like when somebody was like, "Hey, sub for sub," and you're like, "Hey, I subbed," hoping that somebody would sub back.
no, no,
Like
no,
I
no,
think that no,
no, no. You're right. No, you're right. No,
I think that's just like the newbie Instagram mentality when it started. Like sub for sub, sub for sub. Like you just want to grow, and you see other people succeed, and you want to kind of be on that red wagon of like me too. Until
right,
after a while you're like, no, I don't want that, and you hear everybody that's been in here that are in here say you want to do it organically, and a lot of people don't listen to that word organically. Like just speak your words, share your content the way you want to, and people start seeing you after a while. And Derek just said it right here, like y'all been on for a while and I'm just not coming across your channel, but I've been seeing his channel like and his content on Instagram too with other people. And what I've realized, the first one that I noticed, Philly Flipper Paul, I was noticing I wasn't seeing any of his content. So when I went to his channel, it wasn't letting me like hit the button for the bell, and it kept giving me error. So I
mhm,
showed him, I sent him a text message, like I'm not coming across your stuff. He's like, "What are you talking about? I have a video all the time." So I showed him. So I really went through all of my listing and was like, let me look at everybody. And Derek was one of them, along
yeah,
with Cajun, which was weird because 2 weeks before that, I was getting all of his alerts, and then it just stopped. But then it went to where it was like, no messages, and I had to unsub to sub back to be able to hit the bell again. So I don't know if it's like a YouTube thing or why, but there's like at least a dozen or two people that I've had that issue with that I've been able to catch, and now I get all their alerts and able to follow them like I did him and Tay, with Derek, and they were talking about the division and being real and what to expect, and they're not doing it to harp on people. How I took it, they're doing it like there's a real side of everything, and if you listen, take it for what it's worth if it relates to you. If not, then move on. You know.
yeah. No doubt, man. No doubt, son. You hit the nail on the head, man. I don't have nothing else to say to that, man. Nothing to say to that, man. Like I said, I came across your channel, and genuinely watched your videos. Um, I like watching reseller content, but a lot of that's changed too from the beginning. A
Yeah.
lot of a lot of that's changed from the beginning because in the beginning it was just like, oh, I'm a reseller. Oh, he's a reseller. I'm gonna watch him. I don't know no better, you know. And it's genuine. I can't tell you it wasn't genuine because I was watching them, and then you get into it, and then you figure out, oh, okay, you know, these are the people who are interacting with me. These are the people who are telling me the truth. These are people that are telling me, hey, look, man, I'm not gonna lie, man. I don't know who the fuck you are. I ain't watch none of your shit. I don't know who you
Yeah.
are, and that's real. And you gotta respect that. And it's like I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna follow you, and you hear them, and it's they know they go through the journey with you, and they following you, and it's boom, boom, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Marie, there's a lot of stuff that I catch up on myself from videos to try to see if I said it right. And it's like things are cut off, and some people get it, some people don't. But I think it comes with just getting to know somebody long enough and following them that even if they miss out on some words, you know what their intentions of what they were trying to say is. So just actually knowing somebody and not just knowing of their name and following them because how big they are or if they're trending for the moment.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard in the beginning, man. It's hard. You got to give yourself some room to grow. You got to give yourself some leeway when you first get in here into the resale space, especially if you're doing YouTube. You know, I'm all about making mistakes. I'm all about learning from fuck ups, and so what it's about, man. If you're not learning, you're not fucking up enough. You're not learning, man. That's just what it is.
Yeah, there's an experience in not messing up, but messing up will definitely make you want to not do it again, especially when you have a good item that sells. But it could be anything for any kind of person. It doesn't have to be a reseller. And that's one thing, like, I don't follow, like, I follow a lot of reselling content and a lot of resellers, but there's a lot of cooking channels I look at too. I think
Yeah,
Crystal was saying that. Like, I want to learn how to cook more, especially being a stay at home husband. Like, I don't want to cook the same meals all the time because my wife has like a very pricey palate, and I'm more of like a hot dog hamburger guy, but she's none of that. She got standards. I don't have standards.
I was going through some of your videos too, man. You into the fitness thing too, man.
I was huge, but then I
I
was always
seen that.
getting in fights. People would look at me and be like my friend, like it was crazy. My friends say we go to a club or we hang out, just walking in public.
Yeah,
My friends could be the one picking fights with people, and
yeah.
they're like, "I don't want to fight you. I want to fight that dude in the back." And it doesn't even look like I'm with them. And I'll look at them like, I don't want to fight you. Like, why do you want to fight me? And they're like, I just want to fight you.
Let me
And I
ask you a
think it's
question.
because the way I looked.
Was it always the smallest guy, or was it the
No,
biggest guy?
I had some big guys. Like
Yeah.
there was like some paws out there, and I'm just like, they'll make me turn into a puffer fish, dude. Like I could swell up really quick, really fast. Like I'll know at your ankles right now. I fight dirty. But I'm glad I'm over that. And that took me away from working out because of the way I looked and the way people always wanted to fight me. And every weekend, or if not every other day, I was in a fight, and I was just like, this is too much. Like, what is it?
Wow. So
To where
you
I
was
stopped
at
going
you.
out. I stopped working out as well.
Wow, that's crazy, man. So you was in these real physical fist fights and stuff.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, fighting is not good. Like I hate that feeling of like fighting. Your nostril twitches, your eye starts twitching. It's just like about to go Hulk on somebody.
Oh
Fighting
wow.
is not good.
Yeah, no, fighting's not good at all. There. Okay, fellas, let me head out before my wife comes out like, hey, oh, girlfriend. Yeah, you don't want that.
Damn, I am way behind again.
Paul says, how come nobody wants to fight me in the club? Because Paul, you're like 7'7", man. Come on.
Because you don't go to the clubs, probably.
Paul's got like seven other Russian guys behind him in the club. They're like, no.
No.
You want some too? Nope.
Yeah, you're over there talking crap to somebody, and Paul walks behind you, and they're like, I don't want none of that. You're like, I thought so.
Yeah.
And then Paul walks away all suddenly.
Yeah. What's up, part-time pickers?
Hey, thanks for coming in.
Hey, what's up, man?
You must work late because you usually come in late at this time.
Oh, he's on Cali time.
Oh, is it Kelly?
Yeah, he's in Cali time, man.
Oh, what's up, neighbor?
He's Cali time, man. it was so crazy when I was out there in Oregon, man. It was like I felt like I was behind on everything, like all the chats and everything. I was missing Johnny's morning show, and I was waking up at like 10. It was already over, and I'm like, man, what's going on, man? I don't like this feeling, man. I'm so used to my Texas time. I get up and I can see all my shows, Cameron, Jackass over there, and I'm just like, man, Oregon, I just missing everything, man.
It's ghosting me.
Scooter Renee. So what does AR stand for? AR Edwards. Actually, AR stands for Abdul Rahman. Abdul Rahman. And it's Arabic and it's super hard for people to pronounce. So I don't even like to just say AR, man.
Do you speak Arabic?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a tad bit. Like my Spanish. Comes out when I got the tequila in me.
And some tacos. I miss my Texas food, man. I miss Tejano food. Tex
Oh,
Mex.
man. You come down here. You come down here, man. Let me tell you something, man. There's taco trucks all over the place.
I like
Taco.
restaurants. I like sitting in the restaurants. Not so much when the tables are lopsided. I prefer the chairs to be, wobbly. But I
Yeah.
hate when the table's wobbly. And I like restaurants, man. I don't know what it is about taco trucks. I guess it's because what I was raised off of. And carne guisada tacos are my go-to with
Kind
cheese.
of gets out of tacos, man. Everybody says, you know what? I go out to the West Coast and I miss that
Like,
carne
Rosé,
guisada, man. I miss
explain
that
why.
carne guisada. I miss that carne guisada.
I make it now because nobody makes it here in Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I always said, I told my wife, like, what if we started like a small restaurant? She's like, no, why? I'm not gonna run it. I don't want to do anything I want to do. She's like, no, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Anything she wants to do, she was like, you have to do it. I ain't got to say so. It's kind of the way it is in a relationship. But I would like to have like some Tex-Mex food here, and nothing like a huge restaurant. Just to something I don't care for, taco trucks. Like just a little stand though. Like I've already thought it through of like how I'll do it.
Yeah.
Maybe one day, who knows?
Yeah. It's interesting, man. The taco scene down here is like, I think I've heard it like the difference of it being like, what's New York known for? Pizza? Who they say got the best pizza in the nation? Who's the best pizza? Because I'm hearing even Ohio has good pizza.
Yeah.
I hear Ohio has some good pizza.
I tried the Chicago. I think it was the Chicago pizza where the
Yeah,
sauce is on top. I didn't like that.
you don't like that? Oh, they
No, I
put the
didn't like
sauce
that
on
at
top of the
all.
cheese. Isn't even in the thing where it's deep dish?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
but I
there's
heard.
a place right down where I live, like where I live now, like this, like 4 minutes, like really good. They're like genuine type people, but I didn't care for it. What are my favorite tacos? Pollo shrimp, carnitas. Um, I like tripa tacos, like a little hot sauce, homemade salsa with some limon on it. What's another thing? Yeah, carne guisada tacos. But my simpler ones would be just bean, bacon, and cheese. But these are all flour tortillas. I do not care about corn tortillas unless it's like a crispy taco.
And I know it's the best pizza is definitely not in Philly. It's definitely not in Philly. I think the best
So
pizza is New York, man. From what
okay,
I'm
give me a
hearing.
second.
Best pizza is New York, I hear.
Hey, I'm gonna let you take over for a second because friends here, and I'm gonna hook them up with some boxes for that
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead, man.
huge order.
I'm gonna take over. What's going on, guys? Pineapples and tacos? Hell yes. Pineapples on pizzas? Hell no. I agree with you.
No,
You agree with that, man?
I agree.
Pineapples on pizza? So let me ask you something. Does pineapples go on top of the pizza?
It don't go nowhere near the pizza.
Okay. There you go.
I like tahini on it.
Somebody in the chat says I've had some amazing blings said she's had some amazing pizza here in Ohio, but there are great things to be found everywhere one goes. Didn't you go to New York and try the pizza out there?
Yeah, that's all right. But I only tried one
They
place.
got those large ass slices of pizza out there.
They got large ass slices here at Big Lou's.
So you compare Big Lou's to New York pizza slices? I don't know. What do you
Big
guys?
Lou's is bigger.
Yeah, but you definitely pay. You definitely pay for bigger too. So what do you guys feel about that? You guys, you paying more is it better for larger pizza slices? I guess I don't know. Yeah, definitely. I love mellow mushroom pizza. Yeah, they got a mellow mushroom pizza house down here, and I love it. Yeah, she said the size it doesn't mean better with everything. Definitely, definitely. Oh man, that sounds good. Yeah, long as the crust is crispy, large is in charge. That's what I'm talking about. So as long as it's what I say, I don't really care for deep dish, but as long as it's long enough and it's not, it has a too, the tomato paste is not too thick. Even if it's good, I don't really care for too much tomato paste on my pizza. Then I'm a all go for that. I'm all green light for that. But yeah, we definitely not doing the pineapples on pizza. We definitely not gonna do that. We are definitely not gonna do that. I don't know if I got an offer on these Skechers. Is this an offer on Macari? I'm not sure. Oh, you have a like. I hate how Macari just sends you all these random ass people liking your stuff. I guess it's like an offer thing, like on eBay. But I wish Macari would just make it to where how long is long enough asking for a friend? I don't know, Paul. You're pretty tall, guy. I'm not that tall, man. I can only give him my viewpoint. I think your height matters when you talk about that. What's up, guys? You guys are still up, huh? How many people we got in here? 27 likes. I gotta go in here and like this. Like this. Yeah, 20 people. We got Sonny over here. He's making. He's doing the underground. He's doing the little backdoor deals about why does it never fail that people start talking? Yums after every place like I'm for real. I'm talking about pizza slices here. Paul said he's talking about pizza slices here. He's not talking about nothing else but pizza, guys. I'm a pizza here, guys. Paul, it's late for you. I'm surprised you're still up right now, man. But yeah, I'm definitely craving some snacks right now, man. I ain't gonna lie. It's like 12:55. It's way past my bedtime, but it's New Year's week, so I guess we're allowed to stay up. Late for me. I usually go to bed between. Uh, Late for me. I usually go to bed 3 to 4. You're a beast, man. I'm out, man. I'm out. Okay, Doritos, milk, and beer, and picked eggs. Great choice. Tomorrow is delivery day. There you go, Blinks. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. That's a trooper right there. I just need the setup. I need more of a like a station to where I can have my Doritos, my milk, my eggs, and then have my packing station. And then I'm just like, boom. I'm eating, snacking, and packing at the same time. Yeah, yeah. I need that station so I can just be snacking, packing, and listening too. And then I'm YouTubing. You know. So Paul, how did you fare on the whatnot tonight, man? How did you do? How did you fare out? I gotta get signed up with it. I gotta go through the whole verification thing. Just pop some snacks, pack pudding. That shit hit the spot. So that's what I'm saying, Paul. You got the pudding, you got the snacks reliable, right there in front of you. Pop the snacks right open and get to work, man. There's no need to stop. That's what I'm saying. You don't need to stop. Invested in orange packing paper. Wasn't bad for my first show. A lot of people got good deals, and I got to burn some debt piles. So win-win. Definitely, definitely, definitely. I hear that, man. I definitely hear that. You're gonna have to, you're definitely gonna have to invest more. I know that. With the debt pile being gone and everything.
Snack
So
pack, snack pack pudding. I like tapioca pudding. All the OGs like tapioca pudding.
tapioca pudding, huh?
I love that. It was like my favorite dessert when I was deployed because everything else was bland, but the tapioca, nobody would touch it. Man, I would eat like a pound of that a day.
Yeah.
You know,
I never heard of that.
tapioca.
No, I never heard of tapioca.
Damn.
Is that those balls that go in those bubble teas, the
Yeah.
Asian bubble teas? Okay,
Not as big, but yeah.
okay. Because I know I heard the word from somewhere. Because I got some Asian friends that put me on some good Thai.
I'm out. See you guys. I'm sleeping with the spatula to scrape get my arse out of bed at 7 a.m. 3 mile hike. Damn.
Wow, there
Nice.
you go. Go dog, go. Get out there, go dog, go.
Night money, honey, Tracy.
Hey, night, Tracy. Have a good night,
No, that's what he
Tracy.
was.
Okay. I was like, oh man, Tracy, she's been out all day. She must have slept when she got home. She was
Yeah, too much scratched out. recuperating from her and Shay's adventures.
I'm kind of disappointed in Shay. She didn't get into the Bucky suit. I thought somebody was gonna come on in a Bucky suit. It's all good. Yeah.
I never had it warm. I like it cold. Even my food, like coffee, I don't like it like hot hot. I like it where it's cooled down. Especially food. That way I just eat it faster.
Wow, this is crazy.
What you got? What are you listening over there to? Secrets don't make friends.
No, I was just going through some old messages, and I'm telling you, man, my DM. I gotta get into my Instagram and get to um, just a lot of distractions, man. I got that ADHD shit, man. Tracy don't sleep. Oh, she's a vampire. She probably.
712 years old. Damn.
Oh
Those
man.
years on you quick.
I haven't had it since I was much younger. Yeah. Yeah. What are
That's
you
hard.
up on? What are you up over there drinking on, Sonny? We haven't asked you what you've been drinking.
Some margarita.
You drinking some margarita over there?
Yeah.
Is that premix?
Yep. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't sleep. Yep.
I'm pretty sure she hissed at you, Paul, when you said that.
I love that. Man. I love when Tracy gets tired and she gets drunk and it's great. It's a great show, man. It's a great show. That's all I can say. You guys are missing out.
That was a Renaissance era. Was it Da Vinci, of all people, make him out to be? Damn. Damn.
Yeah. I like
Was there thrifting back then? I know there was like bartering, but was there thrifting back then?
yeah, I was thinking, what do you feel about the 24-hour thing, Sonny? How you feel about that, man?
What
That you can
24
hack
hours?
it. Then you can hack the 24-hour listing challenge thing.
Who's doing that?
Well, Paul started it. Paul started with the 24-hour listing thing. You
When?
know,
Like,
I was a couple of months ago. That's when I was just getting on. He had I don't know when was that, Paul. Um, but he had Carissa did it with him. I don't know how long she stayed up, but I know she was on there. And I must have got up about 8, and he was still on, man. I was like, what? That's what I was like, yo. Paul's a man, yo.
that's crazy.
I've done it twice in the last 6 months. There you go. Yeah. 6. He's done it twice. There you go.
But like, are you doing this live or are you just doing it on your own outside of a live? Because if there's no video, there's no proof.
Yeah. No, he's I've seen him.
It's
I've
a
seen I don't know.
pre-record. He just looped the video. Damn, that's crazy. Like, I start like my head starts shaking. Everything starts wiggling around after like 12 hours. I'm like, oh,
And he
it's
was
time to sleep.
going. He was going. I don't know how many listings he had done. I don't know how many listings he got done, but he was going, man.
Oh, we
He
got
was
a
going.
bot.
Yeah, I see they got a bot in there. Them Russians is kind of hacking here. Hold on,
See?
son. I'll be right back, buddy.
Yeah, got this. Did I block him? I can't tell on my end. I think I hit the block. Maybe I did. Thank you. Thank you for getting that. He had nice assets. Anybody giving I know this time of the year it's always regardless of reseller or not. It's like, what do we do for New Year's resolution? What are new goals? I think I just want to keep growing the way that I am. It's nice. Other than reselling, I think outside of it, just get in shape, physically not be huffing and puffing, climbing up a flight of stairs. It's not too much stuff like that I'm not already doing. Thank you. Appreciate that. So, Paul, tell us more about this listing 24 hours. How much stuff are you averaging getting listed? Oh, you know what? Ladies and gents, I have a special guest here for you. Guaranteed to scare off the channel. I do have to give him his own screen because of how broad his shoulders are. And you may know him as the cowlick, blonde hair, blue eyes, male sitting in the back row. He's an 8, he's a 9, he's a 10, I know. Paul.
I was like, I better get my name on the title now, man, since I'm here. You better.
Nah, you gotta. I was gonna say you gotta do me first, but that doesn't sound right. You gotta do it first.
I did. Trace the Krillin. What the hell?
Krill.
Have I gained that much weight?
Damn. Looking like a young Santa Claus in that red Nike hoodie.
Yeah, man. It's warm. That's all I can say. Same thing. Wow, crazy. Tracy taking shots. Is it because I called her old? Is that why?
Same thing. That is funny.
Where did Mr. Edwards go, man?
I don't know.
He heard I was coming and just took off.
You know, maybe the baby. Maybe he had to take care of the babes, or maybe he had to break the seal. But how'd your the whatnot go? I do need to put my bank info to start because I would have bought some stuff. I'm like, damn, like this dude's not getting ripped off because you said you're just starting, but it's like, man,
yeah, well,
this guy, I mean,
that's yeah. I figured that's gonna happen. That's why I started from $1. And like some of the stuff was worth like $40-$50 that was starting off for $1, and it sold for like $3-4, and it doesn't matter to me. I don't care. It was in my dev pile, so
yeah.
If I got what I paid for it or made a little money on it, I was cool with it. And it's like the first show, so things to be expected. You just gotta build an audience, and I'm gonna do it through, I guess, entertainment and providing good quality crap. And I already shipped everything that I sold today, so people should get it hopefully this week. So that will kind of make him want to come back and stuff. So it was fun.
Yeah, you learned right off the bat within a few minutes too that you can't cancel one of the things that you put $11 or something.
Yeah, I was like, damn. Apparently, so the ones already. So if you started at $1, it's preset for every single one. I had no clue. So the second one, I set $1 again, but it's already one there, so it became 11. I was like, oh, no one's gonna bid $11 for these magic cards.
But it was 50 cards though, right? I would have paid $11 for it.
Yeah, I was surprised at how low those cards were going. So I think a couple of them went for $1. I was selling 20 cards for $1, and nobody else bid more.
Yeah, when you were saying that the other day that you're gonna do that, I automatically regretted donating the other magic cards that I gave away. I mean, it went for good people because they do hook me up at their garage sales. They're a different type of reseller. But it was just like, oh, maybe, if I would have thought of that option, I would have probably held on to them. But either way, they went towards good people.
Like, say I paid $30 for all those cards. I'm already probably made over $2,000 on them, So I don't care what else I get from them. Is this a cowlick right here? Is that what it's called? I'm getting a haircut. I'm getting a haircut Thursday, Lissa. It's gonna look better. What were you selling?
Paul?
I was in the Magic the Gathering category, but I just did it just to get on. So my first show was technically. Were you there when I had the troll that was confused?
No, I was driving when you started, and the more I was looking at my phone, like the more I realized, like I was also hearing. So I was like, I need to just listen.
There was a guy that came towards the end. He was like, I was like selling a plush at that time. And he's like, This isn't magic. I'm like, wow, very observant of you. Yes, a plush toy is not Magic the Gathering. It's so. And then I would like be selling Magic. He's like, I can find it at my local card shop. I'm like, well, yeah, you could find all of these at your local. Like, do you think I was gonna sell you cards that you can't find anywhere else? Like, it was just like so funny. And I kept like he tried to troll. I kept fighting back and like embarrassing him in front of everybody. It was pretty funny. But yeah, so it was Magic the Gathering was the category, but I was selling a bunch of I was selling video games, I was selling plush, I was selling hats. My one next week is going to be in action figures because I have a bunch of action figures. So I'm going to be selling those. Then probably the fall one, I'm probably going to do like vintage hats or whatever. I
How
have
far
tons
out
of
can
that.
you share that video like you did, like a preview of your items?
I have no clue.
Because you did that for this one, right? Like you had a video, like a preview of what you had?
Yeah, I'm going to be doing it for all of them, just so people are aware. And then I'm also going to, what I think I did was smart was I pre-programmed all the stuff too. So like all my, it was like, whatever Funko Pop or it was like Magic Lot 20 revised, or it was like Marvel action figures. And I was like, hey, if you guys want something, just look at my tag, scroll down and see what you want. Just let me know and I'll put that next, And one guy was like, I want the Disney plush next. I was like, all right, no problem. Disney plush goes next. The guy was like, oh, I want this next. I'll put that up next. And I know people are actually going to have interest in it. They'll start bidding. It was fun.
What would you do different the next time?
Well, I think what hurt me was the Magic, the category, because a lot of my followers, I think most of the people there were just my subs. They weren't people there for Magic stuff.
Yeah, everybody you're saying.
Yeah.
I was like, we're all subs.
And like half of my stuff was Magic cards, and I knew my subs didn't care about that stuff, So I knew it was going to be bad the first show, but I just did it just to get on the platform. So
Tracy.
I'm doing action figures next time. I know people are always going to be into that, so that's going to be cool. Then I'm probably going to do like retro video games. I'm going to do hats or whatever. And now it actually kind of opens me up to like be doing like there's a bunch of people here that are selling like bulk lots of like stuff. And I'd be like, I don't know if I want to buy that if I can sell it for like $5 on eBay. But now if I have the whatnot, I'll be buying bulk stuff that I can get for that I can sell for $2 to $3 on whatnot if I can get it for like 5 cents.
Stuff that you don't want to sell on eBay.
Yeah, because before that stuff I would just go and donate to like Goodwill and stuff, But if it's something that's like I can get $2 or $3 on, I'll throw one of those up. I don't care.
Yeah, rather than
Tracy.
What's up, Walker?
And then if you build a big enough following, you're gonna get more stuff for your whatnot than you're gonna get on eBay. Like after me, Carrie, American Arbitrage, he had a show on the whatnot, and he sells sports cards. And he was getting $8-9 for a card that sells on eBay for $2-3. He was because he has a big following of sports people that they know what to go to him for. So.
That's niche.
How does that? So how does the payout work and everything? How does that system work?
From what I learned, is you get paid after the item gets delivered. Well, the thing is, there's no money at all from you up front. So the shipping is all paid by whatnot. Well, the shipping is paid by the buyer, but then whatnot pays for the shipping. So I don't have to put any of my own money into it at all.
Right.
And then I get paid either after I get rated. So like when somebody gets an item and they rate me on an app,
okay,
or like 3 days after they get the item, I get paid for that too. Kind of like eBay is.
Nice. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna make close to $300 today.
Damn, for real?
Yeah.
Nice.
On stuff I was selling for like $5 or $10,
$5-10. That was sitting in the store or just sitting in the dev pile?
Some of it was in my store. Most of it was dev pile stuff.
Dev pile stuff, yeah. Interesting, man. I can't remember who brought that to my attention too with the whatnot. I think it was OBX. Is OBX on it too?
Eric, probably. I think so.
Yeah. OBX. I think it was OBX I seen.
It's
an American Arbitrage. American Arbitrage.
Yeah. Carrie, that was actually on his show after mine. I was betting on some cards. He was doing like sealed packs, 90s basketball sealed packs. And I won a pack for $5 and had like a $50 card in it. So that was pretty cool.
Wow.
Retro Rick, I'm gonna look it up on whatnot right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Retro Rick is a legend. He's if you guys like want video game content, Retro Rick is really
Retro
good.
Rick. Yeah, I've
Yeah,
seen Retro Rick with what's his name? Harry Tornado. He's the one that put me on. I watched a
yeah.
video with him and him.
Retro Rick and another guy, Caleb Phoenix Resale, on his first Whatnot sale, he was because he's a video game YouTuber. He has over 100,000
I
subscribers.
watched him too. I shot it up.
Yeah, on his first Whatnot sale, he was doing like $10 video games that you could go on eBay, and he was getting $20-30 for them because it was all his subs that were on there bidding up,
Wow.
just trying to get something from Phoenix, I guess.
So the thing with the approval process is they want to see you and verify what do they?
What I learned with approval process is that they want to know that you are going to have an audience when you go live. You know, they don't want you to go live and have one person in the chat, you know, because then you're wasting their time, you're wasting the person's time. So what I learned from it is that they want to see you have a successful social media platform, regardless if it's YouTube, eBay, Instagram, and then if that's not like up to par, then I heard they go through your eBay store or whatever to see if you're how much items you got on your eBay or whatever.
Yeah.
I actually I had no issues with I put my application in on Sunday, and 4 days later they're like, okay, you're approved. When can you do your first show? I heard other people were waiting for like 2, 3, 4 weeks at a time to get in. I got in 4 days with no issues.
Yeah, because they're looking at you spending these 24-hour days, and like you could do that on Whatnot.
Definitely.
So tell me more about that. The 24-hour thing, was that live or was that like something you just pop in on a live every now and then?
They were both live. So the first live I did was when I hit 1K. I did a 24-hour live then, and that was mainly just pretty much just to give me kind of hours. That's why I did it.
You definitely know I need that.
Yeah, so I did that, and technically I didn't last 24 hours. I took like a 2-hour nap. So I had other people on with me. So I took like a 2-hour nap, like 18 hours in. So I last it was 20 hours, and people giving me a hard time about that. So then I did
because you didn't make the 24 hours.
Yeah, they're like it wasn't actually a 24-hour live. Paul was on for 16 hours and he took a 2-hour nap, and then he was on for 6 more hours.
And we're verifying this, and Paul
actually
slept at this time.
So I was like, I gotta do another one just so people can shut their mouths. And so I did one end of July, and that one was with Carissa, and that was on my live channel. And me and her both did the whole 24 hours. We started at 9 a.m. my time, and we ended at 9 a.m. the next day. It was
when you were doing this, were you just sitting there listening stuff, or were you like interactive with the chat?
Yeah, we were as interactive as it could be. It was me and her mainly. Then we had guests come in throughout the whole time, like both during the day, during the morning, during the night. I had Anfisa come on from like 2 a.m. to like 6 a.m. She was on for 4 hours. She actually took us out moose hunting. So she like took us in her car with her. We were driving around Alaska looking for a moose.
I didn't know what they were talking about either. I jumped on. I was like, what are they talking about? A moose? And then everybody wanted to see it, and there was a freaking cat.
Yeah, there was no moose. She was like, if you guys hit 100 listings, I will show you a moose in Alaska. Like, oh crap, let's hit 100 listings.
Moose knuckle.
Yeah. And we come on, she's like, sorry, there's no moose today. I'm like, what the hell, Visa? You promised me a moose, man. Show me a moose.
There's no moose, and that's a plush. And you only did 20 hours. Yeah.
So yes, the second one, both me and Carissa were on the whole time, the 24 hours. It's draining, but it's actually a lot of fun too. Like if you had the right, like I would not suggest doing it by yourself. Like if you have a good partner you're gonna go in the whole time with, and then have various people to just come on throughout the whole time just to like give you energy. You know what I mean? So
I'm gonna do that right now with y'all too. When I reach my 4,000,
we're starting right now.
My hours, which will probably be never.
That would help. You gotta do that before you reach your hours.
What is it? But I can't do that on StreamYard because I'm limited in hours. Though I can't do 24 hours.
Oh, you don't pay for StreamYard?
I pay for it, but I think it's still limited. Let me see on here. Oh, I can't. I don't want to
so what you have to do is you do StreamYard. You can do it for 12 hours at a time. So I did a part 1 and a part 2 stream. They were 12 hours long each.
So what is it, Paul? Is it every 365 days and then YouTube starts dropping your watch hours if you don't have enough.
Yeah, it's a cycle.
So at a year, if you don't have it, then it starts dropping you.
No, it doesn't start dropping you. It just pretty much takes away from like the last. So let's say if you had like a slow whatever March of 2021, by the
Right.
time you get to 2022 March, you're gonna take away that March and it's gonna keep going in a cycle. So in the last 365 days, you have to have 4,000
Oh,
watch hours.
gotcha.
Yeah,
Well,
you get there faster than you think,
yeah.
and sometimes you just need like a video to hit. Like
Yeah.
I was telling people on my main channel, I don't have any lives; it's all pre-recorded, and I get about 6 to 8K thousand views a month, and it's just for 15-minute videos. You just need like you just need one video to hit, and you're pretty much there.
That's it.
But it's easier said than done.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like let me see where my biggest video is at right now.
My best, like most viewed videos is short, but I don't think that does anything.
Yeah, that doesn't. I don't think that counts. So my I got scammed video when I was 23,000 views has
Oh man.
4,000 watch hours by itself.
Wow.
So just that video alone was me enough to put me over the top.
That's crazy.
You just
But
need
it's
one.
believable because I seen that video when it came out, and then we talked about it. You talked about it for a good week, and then it popped, man.
It actually had it got a resurgence last week. Like it popped. I was getting like 200, 300 views a day on it,
Yeah.
400 views a day. And then
Damn.
when I hit like 19,000 views, it slowed down to like 20, 30 views a day. And then last week again, it's back up to 100, 200 views a day again. I don't know why, but it just re-popped again. So like I got like 3,000 views in the last 4 or 5 days on it. Or
Yeah.
so.
People like to see that blood in the water, man.
I think I need
Yeah.
to change my hairstyle.
They love that. Like I was talking to you about that AR. So like the video where I got scammed, my best video ever.
Yeah.
Then I did a follow-up video because at the back I was like, okay, since I already got scammed and eBay gave me my money back, I'm going to give all these dolls away. So it was $1,000 worth of dolls. I gave it away to a mom that has her husband has epilepsy, so he got fired from work, and she has 2 kids. One of them's autistic, and I gave it away to her for a Christmas gift for her kids. Video has like 900 views. Nobody cares at all about that
Nobody
video.
cares at all.
But
Nobody cares at all.
they're like, hey, we don't care about you helping some poor lady out. We want to see you get scammed again.
They want to see you get scammed again. That's it. But it's funny you said that because the first couple of 2-3 videos I did, it was just me talking, blogging, whatever. And I didn't get too many views, 16, 15 views, when you first start. It wasn't nothing.
Yeah.
But then I put out that eBay slowdown summer, and I had my head down like this. And I had 30 views, 40 views in the first freaking hour. And I was like, hold on, there's something going on here.
Yeah.
People like that, though, man.
I need to stop trying so hard is what you're telling me.
Usually anything that's like this, Sonny, like anything that you're like upset about, it could be something stupid. Just
I've had comments when I was trying to in the past have tested different videos of where it's like I just show what I'm looking at and that's it. Like you see my hands because I have the GoPro mounted on my chest or something, and the comments would be like, "Okay, you're showing us this, but I want to see your face." And it's just like, "Oh, that's nice." Like, but thanks, I guess. But all right. So I stopped doing that because it was a handful of people like, "I want to see your face. I don't want to see everything that you're just looking at. I want to see you too." And I was like, "Oh, that's cool." I think.
Oh wow! So like they don't like the whole like first-person view at all on anything.
Yeah, the point of view. Yeah, POV.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You saving
And
that
some
pretty
people
of a
do because
face.
I like
I'm still
the garage sale stuff. I like when people are showing like what they're looking at, because I could see me like walking that same way, and you're all nosy looking at stuff. But people have different perspectives of likes. So
yeah. No,
I'm saying like I would get it if you were good to look at. So that would make sense, but you're not even that great to look at.
That's why I was like, really? Me?
I was like, dang, you got some what was it? Helen Keller's watching you, man. You got some blind subs.
Puts the lotions on the skins. like to check
The
it. I do too.
yeah, the one where how you call it, like right now my auction house videos are killing it. Yes,
I
people like
like
that
them.
style.
Yeah, I
The
watched. I
one
watched.
today is at 1.7K already.
Damn.
It
Hey,
Yeah,
has
put
like
been
my
you
out
link
said,
in
for.
your
there's not a lot of auction videos
put
out
my
there.
channel in your comments.
Hey, I pinned your comment first, so when people click on the
That was
comments,
funny because that dude was like, "Come on,
they'll
it's
see
Ralph
you.
Lauren," and I was just like, John Michael Montgomery sold is what popped in my head, and I was like, and then Anfisa too. I think it was Anfisa or was it Jen's? One of
No, it was
them.
Jen. It was Jen.
Jen.
Jen's
Yeah,
multiverse here. Yeah,
yeah. She was like cracking up with it.
yeah. I was dying at that comment. That
He's
was
like,
so
"What?
funny.
What? Who left this long ass comment on here?"
Oh man, it was so funny.
You've been
I still want to know if I should have bought those bed sheets or not, man. I'm thinking back.
You did buy those bed sheets.
The bed sheets over $50. I could have. I
What'd
don't
you
know if I
what'd you
made
do
money.
with the Star Trek action figures? Did you end up getting rid of those?
They're still here.
Still
They're
there?
listed. They're listed. I'm probably I'm probably gonna put a couple of them on my whatnot action figure one. And
Yeah.
just probably take a loss. I don't think I'm gonna or break even. I don't think I'm gonna make any.
What is that? When is the next whatnot?
I'm gonna do it every Tuesday. I think it's
Okay.
gonna be next Tuesday. I'm probably gonna do it 8:30 because the Berg picker, Adam, he has a whatnot at 7:30, which I wasn't aware of. And a lot of the people that watch me also watch him. So a lot of people came there at the last half an hour for my auction because they were at his first. So I'm gonna move my back for a half an hour so that all of the people can come to me after he's done.
Yeah, I was thinking about that today watching yours. I was like, it'd be good if the community worked together to be like, hey, why are you doing this after this? Here's this person, like piggyback off of them. That's
Yeah.
what I want to throw inside my
Yeah,
videos too, is kind of like a little
asking
news update.
for too much, man. Some people are like Carrie and making arbitrage. They're like they go. He probably has 4 to 5 shows a week on whatnot. So
Yeah.
it's like really hard to like work around that schedule. But like the little fish like me and other people, we should be smart about it and say, okay, well, you're on at 7:30, and I'm gonna be on at 8. It's kind of smart for us to be on at the same time. Let me push mine back. Will you push yours forward? It just makes the most sense. Plus, I go into his stuff, his auction, and buy from him. He comes into mine, buy from me. So it just makes sense for us to go run on right after each other. It was on the first one. I was like turning green. I was like, "What the hell, man? Why am I? What did I sign up for?"
Was
Because
that your 24-hour?
yeah, because the first one I had no clue what I was doing. So I was like, I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna take a nap during the day. I'm gonna start the live like at 5 p.m. my time, and then go on from then. I woke up at 9, didn't take a nap at all. So by the time I started my 24-hour live, I was already awake for like 12 hours. So I'm
Yeah.
like, damn, I'm already 12 hours awake. I'm now about to do a 24-hour live.
Right.
What the hell? So
Yeah.
like that wasn't smart. So next time I'm like, I'm gonna start in the morning. So I was like, so I got up at 8 and started live at 9, and then it was good.
Yeah.
But it was still like probably like the 22-hour mark. I was like, oh man, it's coming back again.
To go live on YouTube, you have to have both, right? The 1,000 subs and 4K hours, or
To
no?
go live on YouTube,
Yeah.
I just think you need 100 subs.
Because I know before I tried and it kicked me off. Like after I did the video, it worked out the first time, and then the second time I did it, it kicked me off like 30 minutes in. And it was like you're not allowed to do this. You need so and so. So I'll look at it again.
My first ever live was on YouTube. The first ever live I did, I had like 300 subs, and it was terrible because I thought it was like a StreamYard thing. I tried to click on the comments, and then nothing was showing up. I'm like, oh, this sucks. This is stupid.
Oh, is it that different on the actual YouTube?
You can't click on the comments or anything like that. You can't do that. You can't share a screen. You can't have another person on. It's just like it's so limiting.
Yeah.
Like,
So it's better just keeping StreamYard then.
yeah, StreamYard makes the most sense.
Good to know. I didn't know that.
Okay. So that's what I'm here for. I'm here to teach you everything you don't know.
Just the bookkeeper, Sonny.
Yeah.
He's the one in the Matrix with the keys. Remember? Trying to get
I-
to the door. You
yeah.
need these, buddy.
I like that hat, AR, man. That's a dope hat.
Yeah, I
You
got
say
it. How, man?
Yeah.
How? I got it up there in
That's dope.
Oregon. Got it up
You
there.
got the bins.
Got the bins, man. I got
That came.
Nice.
I hope you washed it.
Of course.
Hell no, stay dirty.
I had to. Those bins up there, man. You had to. What?
Yeah, man. I wouldn't. I don't trust the Oregon stores. None in the Oregon bins.
I mean, they were nice. They were set up nice. And I was telling Cameron when I was up there, I was like, "Yo, these bins are nice compared to the bins I got down here." But you still got the pissy smells and shit like that. That's
Sometimes,
Yeah.
It adds character to it, right?
yeah. It's okay.
I think I've like
dig into
gotten
it, it's
over
not
the
your
Savers
fingers.
smell.
The what smell?
Savers always had that smell when I first went, and now I don't smell it. So I think I got like conditioned to it.
Maybe you just smell like it now.
Yeah, maybe I smell like it. Maybe I've always smelled like that.
People been saying like, man, that guy just smells just like Savers.
No, you gotta be. There's some sort of attractiveness there if you're constantly at the bins, and the smell doesn't get to you. There's an attractiveness there. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, man. Or you just might have COVID. And you just
People got low standards if that's the case. Let me see
You
your
got some
credit
people
score.
who live for the bins, man. And it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I would never be able to do that. I would never be able to, put myself
there's
in
some
those
people that I know that go there like 3 times a week for 8 hours a day. I was like, how the hell do you do that?
Wow. Hey, kudos to you, man. You better than me because I can't do it.
Yeah, you better be making some serious money to be there 8 hours a day, 3 times a week. You better be making like 3-4 grand every single time you go for it to be worth it.
I know Chris Flip the World. He told me he likes to sniff the shoes. He's got a thing with sniffing the shoes.
Yeah,
Like
it
dirty
doesn't surprise me. Yeah,
Like-
flip
It's like he
those
has
rings?
he just has a thing where he has to sniff the shoes, and I was just like, wow.
yeah, that's something Chris would do. I wouldn't put it past Chris to be a shoe sniffer.
I was there, man. I can't do this. He's like, because I was talking to him about the shoe test, and I was like, man, you gotta.
Yeah,
You
bend
right,
it. Yeah,
you gotta do it. Sometimes you don't, and you miss out. And I've had shoes where I just missed out, but he was like, "Nah, I gotta do the shoe sniff though."
Oh gosh.
Okay.
Down here we got them bend over.
The bend over.
Paid by the pound over there.
Listen, I feel you about the whole, especially if you just start off doing lives. Yeah, it's. But there's just so many people live at the same time. It's so hard to have okay, I'm going live. Nobody else come take my spot.
Yeah.
So I used to care about that too. Now I approve of my Monday show. I don't care at all. I whether I against the big dogs Monday night. Like I don't care. I'll have my people that come watch me. The other people go watch them. I don't care.
If I was like, yeah, you guys got a Monday Night Football. I got Monday Night Football on CBS over here too.
Mhm.
It's playing on NBC and CBS.
You got more pixels on this side.
You guys have people yelling at you. I have Jake cleaning pants and shipping VHS, man. Jake's a rock star, man.
Yeah, man. What is Jake sitting at, man? What is Jake? How many subs Jake sitting at, man? Jake's been at it for a while, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been at it probably like in the community wise. I think he's been at it longer than me.
Wow.
Because like I've had videos in the past, but that was just like me, like showing my friends what I do and stuff. Like I legit got into the community probably December of last year, so like a year. I've been at it for a year. It's crazy to think. Like at the beginning of January, I had like 250 subs.
That's crazy.
I just been. First of all, I've been blessed with meeting the right people. Like I became friends with people like that had way bigger channels than me that don't care about sub count. They just want to be friends with me because of who I am, not because of how many subs I had. So that helped me out a lot. And then I got featured on some big channels, and I actually learned how to provide good videos. Like I go back to my stuff like from March and April. That stuff was terrible. This videos.
Yeah, I was looking at something, like I was saying, I saw your comment just the other day on one of the videos. from out of my garage, and I'm like, man, my videos suck. Like
Yeah, man. It's
they
just
probably still suck, but they sucked back then. And I thought they were the bomb. Like,
and that's the crazy
that's
part. Is like a year from now, I'm gonna look back at the videos I do now that I think are so good. I'm like, wow, those
I think
videos
the same.
trash. It's just all about improving, man. Right? You don't want to stay stagnant and provide the right things. There's some people out there that have like 400 subs, have been doing it for 3-4 years, and they're like, man, it's not fair. Nobody comes watches me, and I'm like, you have the same video for 3 years. The same exact videos for 3 years. They were trash then. They're still trash now. That's why they don't do it. You gotta maybe learn to adjust, and people will come to watch. Just finished listing. They sucked and swallowed. Yeah, see, Kent knows.
No spits, no spitting.
It's one thing to just suck.
Yeah, on the lives, like I didn't know where I was gonna go at first until like just recently. I just been opening up more and just speaking my mind, and I don't really watch what I say because this is the way I am. So, in the, I guess the employment that I've been in, like I've learned how to like talk a certain way without being disrespectful, even though like I have those thoughts, but it's like that's not for this channel. This isn't for what I want to do. So it naturally filters out on its own. Oh, out of the woodworks.
There he is.
There he is.
There he is. Man of the top of the hour.
How many shoes you list, Tommy? Like 767 pairs?
All on clouds.
Or no, I think they were all Hokas, brother.
Hokas.
I don't like on clouds. I bought some. I don't care for them. I wouldn't mind coming across them to resell, but I didn't like them. I'll stick to Hoka. Honest.
Yeah,
they're better. They're good.
They're more cushion, and the on clouds that I got, there's a DWS or DSW, the shoe store. If you go there for the first
DSW,
time, download the app. It's $5 off. You go up to the cash register and say, "Hey, I'm a new customer. Let me sign you up." There's like $15 off, so you end up getting like a $20 discount. And then they give you a rebate as well, and then a discount for the next time you come in. So it's pretty good if you're going for the first time. So, but when I bought the all black on cloud shoes for work, I didn't like them. I didn't like them at all.
They just weren't. I heard it's like, but I heard about Hokas that like you have to have a specific Hoka for your foot, and then it becomes comfortable. Because like if you just buy like a generic whatever Hoka brand, it could be uncomfortable. Maybe something with on clouds. I don't know. I got I only wear Asics now, and they're mad comfy for me. But because I used to just wear because I'm a size 16, so I'm like whatever fits me, you know. So I used to get like the crappiest shoes, but now I'm like, let me just spend $150 more, actually be comfortable while walking.
And the shape ups, that's what they get me, because they look like the Skechers shape ups.
The work ones are good money. The Skechers work shoes, those are the more valuable ones.
Those are shape ups too? Because I'm hearing the shape ups.
Yeah, they're shape ups, but on the back you're gonna see like a little work spelled out. It's kind of crappy lettering, but those are usually worth pretty good money.
I agree, Alyssa, and it's cool that he keeps those videos too. You know, like Kevin be like, oh, I don't want these like old living room videos in here, but it's just cool to show your journey. Like all my videos are up on my channel, and some of them are like really bad, but like it's just cool to see your journey from where you were to or where you are now.
Yeah. Definitely. No,
Ultra Boosts are heavy to me. At least the ones I got, they're super comfortable, but there's some weight to them, and they're more like walking shoes to me. Yeah. I don't really run. Oh shit! I need to. Scooters, they sell so fast.
That was legit like my only, like people asked me what I won for Christmas. I was like, shoes. That's legit like the only thing I could think of. I got everything else. Like, because I don't know about you guys. Like with me, like if I want something, I buy it. You know, I don't wait for Christmas to come. They're like, you don't want anything else? I'm like, anything else that I want, I buy them like right away. I'm not gonna wait like 6 months for you to get it to me.
That doesn't make any sense.
I know a guy. Yeah. I know a reseller.
Kid's acting up again.
Nah, he probably broke the seal. Once you break the seal, you gotta keep going.
I wonder where you got that sign.
I like it. It's pretty cool.
I just realized you're sitting by like a. Is it like a mirror there? Air? Is that a mirror behind you?
Yeah, it's a mirror.
I thought it was like for the longest time. I thought it was two sides back there. I'm like, well, how do you have the same side twice? It's just a mirror.
Yeah, this setup right here is weird, man. It's just like a big old circle right here. It's like a big ass room. And then I got
Yeah. So if you go to like a blacklight club, AR, would that Reebok sign glow in the dark? The Reebok hoodie, the glow in the dark?
No, it's not doing no. It's probably gonna peel off. It'd be so hot in there. I'll be dancing.
How's the weather like over there in San Antonio?
Huh?
How's the weather like there?
It's
Pretty good.
What is it? 75, bro. It's freaking 75 here.
Damn, that's warm.
It's abnormally warm. It's abnormally warm here. 65. It's 65, but it's been like in the daytime. It's been in the 70s.
It's gonna be 57 here tomorrow, and then 62 the following day. 63 in Philly.
Really?
December 31st. Be crazy.
It's crazy.
Vegas is colder?
Well, not right now. I'm saying it's gonna be 63. You see, and then after 63, it's gonna go to 37. That's Philly weather for you.
Damn, Vegas is
Philly.
cold. Nevada's colder. Here it's 37. It's gonna be a high of 48. It's pretty much for the rest of the week. It's gonna be chilly, but it's gonna be even colder when I go out to Idaho. It's gonna be snowing.
Idaho.
Find some potatoes, man.
Man, they got good food over there in Twin Falls.
They got good food everywhere, man.
Nah,
Yeah,
they
I
got
crap about Philly, man. Philly got good food, AR. Don't you know
Think
about
so?
Philly?
Think so?
Yeah. We got good pizza. We got good cheesesteaks. What else we need?
I do like the cheesesteaks. There's a wait. How do you have your cheese? Is it the provolone or do you use the whiz?
I go whiz. I go OG style. But if I wouldn't go to whiz, I would use American. I wouldn't do provolone.
Yeah,
like American would
it
be
blends
better.
out the meat. There's this
So
guy over here that we went to.
who's got the best sandwiches? I heard Jersey's got the best sandwiches.
Sandwiches. What the hell?
Subway.
You know, like the subs. I'm sorry, it's called subs. Subs up there.
Yeah, we call them hoagies. But
Hoagies.
but what makes a good sandwich? Like you just cut meat and you put it inside of bread. And the dicks don't skill at all.
I mean, down here we got what do we have? We got Subways. And we got Jersey Mike's.
It's horrible
Jersey.
to start with.
I mean, and I'm telling you because we just got Jersey Mike's maybe a couple of months ago. We don't know nothing about subs, but I hear up on the East Coast it's a big thing. You know.
Yeah,
you gotta get a hoagie sub.
Yeah, I'm not going to any. If I want a hoagie, I'm not going to no Jersey Mike's, no subs, flowing nothing now.
Some franchise, right?
We have plenty of good little mom and pop shops that like if you want a good sub, you go to like a deli. You go to because it's all about. Because the sandwich itself, it's no effort. You just got to have a good roll, good meat, and good cheese. So you got to go to a deli that's going to sell good meat and cheese, and then make it for you. And then the best part about them is that they stuff that shit with the meat too. It's not like they give you like a little slice like Subway does. They stuff it.
They know how to really make a freaking sub.
Yeah.
It's not like that's what I'm saying. The whole interpretation of a sub is
like you go to Subway, you get like a 12-inch roll, then you give you one little slice of like meat and one slice of cheese, and I put a tomato on it.
If you want, if you want more.
Yeah, then they charge you like $15 for it. It's insane.
Yeah. I watch
Subway. I love Subway.
I forgot. You love that tuna.
I don't think Osborne even knows about me, so I could reach out and be like, "Yo, I'm this dude coming out here. I'm a reseller, and people are mentioning you meet up." But he'd probably be like, "And who are you? How much subs do you got?"
The only thing I like about Subway is the smell. Subway has like a really good distinct smell to it. Like
they're like a bakery bread smell.
You were like, "Oh damn!" Like because Subways we have here are all at Walmart, and it's like so hard for me to go shopping at Walmart and smell that Subway smell. And I'm like, nah. I don't want it. It's because it's like really, it's like that smells really good. And like I don't know if you probably guys have malls where you are. If you go to like a mall and smell like Cinnabon or like Annie Ann's, like those pretzels, that smell is also just like, oh damn, I want a pretzel now. And
it messes with your psychology. Makes you
listen, knows Jason Mike's is stupid overpriced.
There you go.
There you go.
And she's from where? She's from the East Coast, right?
She's from Ohio.
Yeah.
I always thought it was Virginia, but it's Ohio.
My favorite Subway is the tuna, pepper jack, urban cheese bread.
So like, it's pretty much like canned tuna, right? It's not like
no. They had a big recall on this because the thing was somebody sued them, and they said it wasn't real tuna.
Yeah,
and come to find out, the court and they found out the forensics did it. It came back not tuna.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
It wasn't tuna.
Not tuna.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah.
So they had to revamp and close the stores, and they did a whole revamping of the thing because it was so much bad PR. It was bad, man. People.
I've never seen it, and I've bought it the entire time. It has not changed.
It hasn't. I just went to Subway the other day. It hasn't changed. Same thing. My brother died for it too. He was like, "I love this tuna." I'm like, "Bro,
don't you dare put that evil on me, Cletus. Take that back."
I heard about them being sued because like the bread was like 11.5 inches instead of 12 inches. People were like, "It's not a foot long; it's 11.5 inches." I heard about that happening.
Yeah.
Renee, are you talking like do you prefer more space in front of your toes or more of like the width to the left and right? Because I don't mind like my Hokas being like a little in front of my toes, but I prefer a little bit of space on the side of them. Tuna is plastic parts. Don't you dare put that evil on me, Cletus. Take that.
Nose.
I don't like y'all right now.
Did you actually have like? Did you ever have real? You live in Hawaii.
Catfish in your ass.
Right, so you've been to Hawaii. You actually had like real tuna. You know what real tuna tastes like. Like, so how can you eat that after knowing what tuna tastes like?
I think
justification. How do you justify it, honey?
Well, like I could.
First of all, there's a big difference when it comes to like poke, ahi, wahoos, like all of that stuff. That's completely different. When you eat that, you eat it fresh, like raw, and it's amazing. But when you eat Subway, it's a different thing. I'm Americanized, so I want mayo and everything, just like a California roll. Like if you go eat sushi, you don't want to get a California roll if you really want sushi. No. I'm more of like the nigiri, the single small pieces. I like the little sauce, garlic, tuna, like the real raw stuff. That's more of me. But when it comes to Subway and being Americanized, like give me the fake stuff. Like I want that cheap, overpriced. You know?
Yeah, that like usually if you want cheap, you want cheap. You don't want cheap and then overpay for the cheap.
If it's Subway, I mean it is cheap stuff, but it's overpriced.
We have a couple good spots in Old City. Like Old City, part of Philly is like right by the Delaware River, so it's like right on the water. There's a lot of good seafood spots there, and there's one that makes really good like seared tuna. That stuff is just like so good. So it's pretty much like just raw, but they like sear like a tip of it. Once you have that, you can never have a tuna sub in your life. It doesn't taste like it at all. The tuna subs taste like mayo with artificial meat. That's what tuna subs taste like.
Mayo and bread.
Mayo and bread with mystery meat.
He doesn't sound like he's making that up either. That's legit, man.
Subway, dude, I think 330 MC. Kent knows.
I just, for me, it's all about the mom and pops, man. It's those real dirty, grungy spots where nobody's talking about them, but it's word of mouth, and somebody tells you.
Same way with pizza, man. Mom and pop shops, over Pizza Hut, Domino's, anything. Same thing with hoagies. It's like this dude's been making hoagies for 60 years. He probably knows what he's doing. He's not gonna put. Exactly. He's not gonna give you no fake.
I mean, I would hope so after 60 years. But have y'all ever ate convenience store sushi?
I've had grocery store sushi. I don't know if That's the same thing.
Sometimes they actually get the real sushi people in there, decent people in the
No,
grocery stores.
I don't know if I guess artificially you have the sushi that's in the grocery store here. I
yeah.
guess you call it convenience stores sushi
That's the only thing I had was grocery stores. I like
because it's not real.
what convenience store sells sushi? I didn't even know that.
I didn't know that either.
Like 7-Eleven sells sushi.
Yeah,
Really?
here at least, yeah.
I would not trust
Yeah,
that.
I wouldn't either. I actually heard a
That'd
couple
probably
of
be a
reports
good.
about guys getting sick off of
I'd
that.
probably get a lot of
convenience
I would
reviews.
ask for a bathroom right away, man. I would have to be sitting on a toilet to eat that.
store. Yeah, that's definitely a drunken moment after the club. We go to the convenience store to get some.
Yeah.
Oh
Take-
man,
take
it's
a-
real. Come on, man. I'm hungry. It's sushi.
Get a
man.
girl all dressed up, take her on a nice date, and say, "Let's go. I got you some sushi from 7-Eleven." See how she
Hey,
responds.
but back to Kent on this one, that 3:30 a.m. club tuna. At 3:30 a.m. getting out the club, that tuna is amazing. When you're sober and not from the club, that's
Because
horrible.
it's not tuna, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
right,
it's a different feel.
when you had too much to drink at 3:30 a.m., any food's gonna be amazing, man.
Yeah.
It doesn't. I'll have 7-Eleven sushi at 3:30 a.m. and probably be satisfied.
Is that
Yeah, Lisa here reminded me when she said it better not have been 9 lives. Because out in Korea, when we're out there, swear you not, we would see outside of our post, you see a fence, that's our barrier, and you could see the Koreans living there, right? And you see their dogs. They have like 8, 9, 10 dogs.
Yeah.
And every other weekend, you notice the dog's missing. And then at 3:30 a.m., you're like, hey, I want that chicken on a stick.
Oh
Or
no!
Don't do that, Sonny.
Wait, no.
do that to the
That
dog lovers in
actually
the chat,
actually
man.
happens. I thought that was just like fake tales that happen. That actually really goes
There's
down there.
no chicken with like a 3-4 inch chunk on it.
Oh,
But after the
man.
club, you're like, yo, I'll get that chicken on a stick for $1.
I
Give me
would
10 of
not.
them.
Oh
Now that's taking it too far. So I don't know if I can.
no,
I don't know if I would be able to convince that much courage, even with that much liquid
no,
courage.
man. I would need. I would need to be blacked out drunk for me
No.
to say yes.
When
that-
you're hungry
that-
after the club and there's food available,
I
you
would go
Is
vegetarian before
it
doing
that
that.
really? Is it that scarcity out there for chickens? Is it that bad?
Yeah.
The poultry
I
out
never
there.
saw chicken in the first place. I saw a lot of seafood. Like they would actually carry like the taco trucks, but this like the taco carts, like the elote and stuff. This would actually be like an aquarium that they're lifting up and pushing along. And I remember one of my friends for the first time I've seen this. He was like, he just points. He's Korean. He was in the Rock Marines. He just points and has like a squid or an octopus. The guy grabs it, and I'm like, oh, that's cool because it's just like the tentacles on this cutting board, right? It didn't dawn on me until he just gets his butcher knife and just like wham, and the tentacles are crawling across, and I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm gonna eat it, and I'm like, what?
COVID, man.
That's crazy.
Just like raw, just like that.
Yeah, just right there, like an aquarium, just
Yeah.
pushing it like a
And
taco
people
cart.
wonder how COVID gets started.
That's what I was COVID. COVID, man.
It always has to be that. So people are like, oh yeah, I'll eat that bat that's flying around. Why not? That bat looks appetizing right now.
And did
Let
you
me
see
check
the pictures of the wet market? I mean, every animal that you've seen in growing up in the books
Yeah,
was in that wet market, man.
yeah.
I've never looked at that.
They're eating it. Bats,
can't look at that
squirrels,
stuff.
raccoons. I'm like, these are zoo animals, man. You guys are eating all my zoo animals that I grew up watching and have no problem with it.
Wow. Yeah, Scooter says her friend's brother came home from Thanksgiving. People heard tables start doing little barking sounds. Wow. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
that's their
That's nuts. Like, why can't they just have chicken? Like, are chickens that hard to grow and raise? Like, they can
I don't know.
freaking Anfisa had chickens in Alaska, man. Like, it can't be that hard to have in
Yeah.
South Korea.
Yeah, that's definitely a point to be like, hey, I feel like guys chickens and turkeys
turkeys.
and a cat named Moose.
That was dope, though. Imagine like for Thanksgiving, it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna go out back and kill all my turkeys and eat that. I just like that's goals right there.
Yeah, Malaysia, they ate dog. They eat dog. My friend's brother came from there at Thanksgiving, and people at the table started doing a little barking sound.
Yeah, that's not for me.
That's crazy.
When I went to Ecuador, holy crap! When was this now? 2019. Wow, back when you could travel. When I went to one of the cities there in Cuenca, they're like big, like food is prairie dogs, like guinea pigs kind of like stuff like that.
Mm.
I had that and it wasn't bad. But people back home thought I was crazy for trying eating like a guinea pig. I was like, hey, tasted good. That's a guinea pig though. That's not a
Not,
dog.
not a dog. It's not something that's
Well,
domesticated. You know?
like dogs and cats is like where I draw the line. I would probably try anything else, but
But
dogs
how
and
would you
cats.
know?
What do you mean? Well,
How would
now
you
I
know?
now gotta stay away from Malaysia apparently.
Somebody in the chat. Who said that somebody in the chat had something shipped over? They even having it shipped over. People get it shipped across the country, have frozen for weddings and business events. That's crazy, man.
Let me
To get the dog and then you're getting it shipped over. Customs should stop that automatically.
go to my Ecuador map, Sonny. You know, now
You can
remember how I
rescan it?
showed you? No, like remember I showed you my phone map. Like you can see where you take the
Yeah, and I
pictures.
had to zoom in, and you embarrassed me. I remember.
And you had
I
like one
remember.
little dot. You had like one little dot on the map. It was cute.
Yeah, it was cute. I mean, I went somewhere. You know what I mean?
It was like Hawaii and Vegas.
And that was it.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So like we found a spot that was a fourth generation. So they call it kui. That's the food. So it was fourth generation spot. So they had the great grandmother, the grandmother, the mom, and the daughter owned it. So like, and they let me like grill it. You see, there it is.
Oh, that's cool.
That lady
Yeah.
right there.
What was it
She's
called? What do you call it?
it's so that the thing is it's guinea pig. That's the food.
Oh,
It's like
wow.
it's a whole like guinea pig. You put it in a skewer and you grill it. The crazy part is the lady right here. She's 110 years old,
She
and that
looks
was
like
her.
it.
That was her spot, and then her great granddaughter is her right here, and she owns it now. But
Oh, she
everybody's
was
still
young.
alive, and they were all like all there.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
And
insane.
that's part of the
that,
diet, man.
that's
You
what it
know,
looks
you're
like
you're
right there.
110 years old. You're eating guinea pig, man. That's just what it is.
Well, that's actually I asked why it was, and they said back like 100 years ago
Yeah.
they had nothing else, but there was tons of guinea pigs running around. And they're like, why the hell not? Put on a skewer. And it is just that part of Ecuador. There's like no other city does it,
Oh,
but they
wow.
do because they're on the mountains and so
Yeah.
they're really high up, but it's also really hot. So it's kind of hard to have anything else. So they have that.
That's wild, man.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite city. Like Cuenca, that city is gorgeous.
Cuenca, Ecuador.
Cuenca, Ecuador.
Nice.
Let me show you some shots. AR, you're gonna want to go there right now. Whoa, well, why am I big?
Because you're gonna show some shots.
Look at that.
Oh
You
yeah.
see that? That's one of the hikes I took. That's in the Andes Mountains.
It's nice.
Give me up the big screen.
If you're a big guy, you need the big screen.
Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And that's no filter, no nothing.
That's nice, man. Just to be out there chilling, you know.
Yeah,
just
and then
loose and
the best part, this was a national park, and in the middle of the national park, they have a restaurant there, and the restaurant only serves trout that they catch in the lakes of the national park. So that's all they do is they serve fried trout, and they catch the trout every single day that day in the lake. They catch it, bring it to the restaurant, and cook it for you. So it's like
that's living right there, man. That's some serious living. That's some serious living to 110. And it makes you think, like, yeah, it's probably what you got to do. It's probably what you got to do if you want to try to live some, some numbers. because you're not living those numbers down here in the United States. That's for sure.
And that's why I got into reselling, just for the freedom to say, you know what, I'm gonna take 2 weeks off and go to Ecuador. Have a good time. I'm gonna take 2 weeks off and go to here. But now with freaking COVID, you can't do it. So like I miss it. Like that's the thing I miss so much. I used to take 3 trips out of the year, 2 weeks at a time, go to a random country and just enjoy their culture for 2 weeks. Haven't done it in 2 years. I miss it so much.
Yeah, I heard you talk about that. That's what it's all about, man.
I want to go. I gotta find somewhere in January, February, just to go out for a week or two. Find something where I can go there like freely without fighting like to quarantine or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I got the bug to travel again. I need to do it.
Yeah,
I want to be like Sunny. I want to see the world.
I want to see more of it, that's for sure, because I know my wife wants to go to Japan. Supposedly there's this beach out there that has sand that's shaped like little stars, like perfect little 5-point stars.
Wow.
And she's talked about that so many times and wants to do other things. And I'm like, I one of the arguments we had being when I started reselling full time, she was like, you need to get a job, because she was worried that I wouldn't make enough. And I was like, I could do it. So I finally showed her, and she was like, oh, well, if you make enough, I could quit my job. And I'm like, whoa. How are you against it? Now you're for it.
She went from not believing you to like, okay, you can just pay enough for me as well.
Yeah. But with it, I was telling her, like, I don't have to wait a whole year to build a week of vacation or 2 weeks and then have to worry about somebody saying, well, I want those days who has more seniority than me, because that happened twice on us. And it was just like, I don't have to do that anymore. I don't have to dictate. Other people don't have to dictate what I want to do that we could do together. So it's really nice, like the freedom to have, but you have to be successful enough, and you can't just be like, well, I'm a reseller, I could do this.
You have to be successful enough and also be diligent enough to put that in your schedule. It's like, you know what? Because a lot of times resellers, we are too hard on ourselves. Like, oh man, I didn't work today, or man, I didn't do this today. And you're gonna be like that. You're like, oh, I can't take a week off. I can make so much money reselling if I don't take that week off. But if you plan ahead of time enough for it, and you say allow yourself that time to go and travel, do it. Like that was always my goal, was to take 2-3 weeks out, 2-3 trips every single year, just to remind myself what I'm living for. Because if you're just gonna make money and keep it in the bank, what good is that if you're not enjoying life at all? Yeah. That cheap flights place is awesome, man.
Yeah. No, I locked that in. I took a screenshot of that, because I'm definitely gonna use that for sure.
But like, I really don't know when, with this whole COVID thing, when it's actually like people are like, oh, it's gonna settle down soon. I have like no clue when that's actually gonna happen. Like I legit have no clue. So like I was the one waiting for it to settle down, but now I'm like, screw it. I'm just gonna go find one of the safest places to travel to and just go out there and enjoy it.
I think people are just like, I think they're already at that point. It's just like, how many variants can we have now? It's that we've already been 2 years already locked down, and then it's like we gotta stay another 2 years for another variant. Come on.
And people don't understand that, like that what Tolda has on your like mental state. People care about your physical health and all that. Being locked down for like 2-3 years at a time puts a huge toll on your mental health, man.
Yeah, especially when your whole life you just had this freedom, that you probably took advantage of too, and didn't go out, and now you're locked down. And you're like, I want to get out, and I was like, you should have did it when you could have.
Yeah, like my goal was to see every country. I don't know if I'm gonna do that now. might be hard to hit.
Yeah, it's horrible, man. Well, you got to do what you got to do. You got to worry.
I'm also in a much better position than you guys are, because you guys got families, AR, you got kids,
Yeah.
So like it's hard for you to just say, I'm gonna go and leave the country for 2 weeks. I have nothing holding me back here, so I'm in a much better shape to do that. Like I have a dog that I can give to my parents and say, hey, watch it for 2 weeks. I'll be right back. But it's for you guys, especially with like a kid, it's a lot harder to travel.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of planning and plotting behind it, and definitely, that's for sure. but I got to do it. It's just some. It's just one of those things I have to do, with them, with or without them. You know what I mean? It's got to happen. I gotta try to my hardest to do it. So
Yeah.
because it's a lot of people that don't get to go. There's a lot of people in my family that just they've always lived their life in here, San Antonio. They've never left,
Yeah.
and
And a lot of them they're comfortable doing that.
yeah,
It was crazy. I had back when my on my moving business when I had my moving job, I hired a guy who was 35 years old. We're in Philly. He was 35 years old. It was his first time leaving the state when he started working as a mover for me. He never left the state. New York City is 2 hours away. I was taking on moves to me with New York, and his jaw would hit the floor at how pretty the city was because he'd never seen it before. You know,
it's crazy.
we did a move to Rehoboth Beach, like where Tommy is in Delaware. It was
Yeah.
his first time going to the beach in his life. He would be like FaceTiming his girl from like while swimming in the water, like, "Yo, babe, this is awesome. How come we never did this before?" I'm like, bro, you spent your whole life living in Philly, like you 35 years old, you never
Wow.
done it. And so then I would always put him on like all the long distance moves. So we had to move to Vegas. He got that job, so he got to go see Vegas. We had to move to Salt Lake City. He got to go to that job. He went to go see Salt Lake City. Had to move to Seattle. I put him on that job. So the whole 1 year working for me, he pretty much sold more than he ever sold in his whole life.
His whole life.
Yeah,
That's
and
amazing.
it's crazy. And he was like, I've seen it on TV, but like it's so much different seeing in like real life. And he loved. I don't know, son. Did you ever go to Utah before? The state of Utah. He apparently said that's like he wants to move there now. he loved Utah so much he wants to move there.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's an interesting conversation, man. You have with some people, but they don't leave the block. They're right there. 40
Hey,
some years.
a lot of times they're comfortable. A lot of times people are scared to go to like a different country or whatever. When I went to Colombia like 4 years ago, everybody in my family thought I was like crazy. They thought I was going to go like, get attacked by some drug lord or whatever. They thought I was going to get killed. Because now you see Colombia, you see narcos and stuff. You know,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
thinking about all the good stuff.
I think about I just think about your mentality though. Like I think about your mentality going into that type of viewpoint. Like what kind of mentality do you have to
Yeah,
just want to see just in your proximity for your whole life? Like what kind of mentality do you have?
it's just the way they are. Come on,
Yeah.
like 20 months in, no one comes here. I've only left 14 times. Wow, that's crazy, Alyssa. You only left the house 14 times the last 20 months?
That's wow, man.
That's listening is a vacation. Let's just start a GoFundMe for yourself.
Other than doctor's appointment.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I am gonna call it for tonight.
So
Appreciate y'all coming in. I will add your name on here, Paul. I will add it. And next time
I better have a cartoon character too.
I was just gonna say that I'll have a
I
cartoon
better
character.
look fly AF too, man. Better make me
I
look
mean,
good.
I can't make you look better than what you already look. If you look good,
gotta give him that.
Yeah,
Hey, man, give him the cut.
give me
him the
that.
look.
I also usually have a part,
Yeah,
right
there you go.
here.
Get the part. Yeah.
but it's kind of not there because I need a haircut. And so give me the part, okay? When you make a cartoon
yeah,
version of me,
I gotta.
I need
I'll
the
take
part.
a screenshot.
Nobody. I don't think nobody's gonna be Krillin though. I don't think nobody's gonna be Krillin at all, man.
Everybody loves that
Oh
one too.
my, that was my favorite.
Nobody's gonna beat the Krillin one, man.
All right, everybody in the chat, I'm about to close out. Thank you for joining. And for those catching up on this video, thank you for the watch hours. I hope you enjoyed this content that I'm sharing. A lot of things that I'm doing, as well as these two guys. And I'm glad that we're in the same circle to grow together, regardless of where our destinations take us.
Yes,
It's
sir.
a lot of fun.
Yes, sir.
Y'all got anything to say to these fine folks?
Sub to AI Edwards Vintage Flips. He got good stuff. AI got good stuff, not enough eyeballs to see his good stuff.
He does. He gets a lot of content.
That's my unbiased opinion, even though it's very biased.
Biased opinion.
Yes.
And you guys
AR?
go sub to these guys, man. Happy holidays. Appreciate y'all.
You'll see more of them on my show, and I'm pretty sure I'll sneak on Paul's show eventually again.
Eventually, again, you've been off like 3 weeks straight.
Sneak in on those DMs. All right, let me close out of this.